Okay, see how this goes. At least this one is right? Yeah, this one is working. That is so weird. That is so weird. I have no idea why it stopped working. Because, yeah, I usually try to give myself enough buffer time in the beginning, especially because I have to swap the camera out of my USB ports because I'm a little bit paranoid about just having it plugged in all the time. So it's fixed? No. I'm on my older Logitech. This is the L.Y.K.A.I.O. Still not working. I tried doing the restart. For some reason, I tried doing a firmware update too, and it's like, you can't. Your system admin has blocked you from doing a firmware update. And I'm like, I am the system admin. And it wouldn't let me run it in administration mode. So this is the camera that's not working. We'll see. It's warranty. I think it's still under warranty. So we'll have to see what happens. No, I'm on my Logitech, which is my original, you know, that classic Logitech C920 or whatever they are. Like, it's a fine camera. I just found the Razer one had a little bit nicer quality to it that I quite liked, and the lighting on it helped too. But no, I don't know why. I can't get it to work. This still has tape on it. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to finagle with it too much. I am definitely one of those types. Something goes wrong, and I just want to keep troubleshooting it. But I figure probably I can troubleshoot later. The other reason I quite enjoyed the other camera is it has a little bit more of a zoom out range. Thankfully, I don't need it too much for this one, but like this, the range on this camera, this is as zoomed out as I can get it, and it's still fairly zoomed in. Probably a good thing I'm not doing the puzzle today. Well, probably a good thing the puzzle is done, I suppose. So yeah, this is another one of those paper cube kits, like the Pokemon ones that I had before. So yeah, except it's taller than the cubes, so. Essentially, its base is the same size, but it'll be one of these, but it looks like maybe a couple inches taller, but they're super cute little kit. The Pikachu is actually the first one I did on stream proper, and I don't think I've done another one since. Yeah, because I went in different kits, and then I did cosplay stuff. So it's kind of funny. The difficult rating on the backs of these are just diamonds, in either black or white. And I've tried comparing amongst different kits, and I'm still not 100% sure. I'm still not 100% sure which, if it's full black diamonds means it's max difficulty, or if the white diamonds are supposed to be the difficulty, because the easiest one I think I have is still like 4 diamonds or something on it, versus that Eevee was only 2 diamonds. So, but this doesn't look like a super simple piece. So I don't know. We'll find out. Symbols unclear. Yeah, I know, right? Instructions are in English, but I don't have a sense of how difficult this thing will or won't be. The background's cool though. It's all in the clouds there. Put the base in the clouds over there because we don't need them right now. I guess the other thing as well is I need to keep a good mind of like where this camera sits for visibility. So yeah, for those who haven't seen these before, they're all essentially little die-cut pieces. Maybe the black's not a great one to show on. This one will do. They're all little die-cut pieces essentially, with like a tiny connector that you snip out to be able to detach the piece. If this like focuses on there. Actually, that's not bad for focus. Yeah, you can kind of see like there's these itty bitty parts in there that hold everything into spot. And everything is numbered. God, that thing with the camera is gonna bug me for so long though, because I am definitely one of those types who is faced with a problem and immediately just wants to launch into it and try to fix it. I have trouble letting go sometimes. These two will be the base. That'll also be a base piece, so I won't really need these guys until later. You can sit over there. Where are you? There's a lot of these labeled 6. So, funky start aside, how's people's weekends and stuff been? Wait, yeah, we're Wednesday. Last time I saw everybody was on Friday. How's everybody's weekends? I hear several people seem to be getting sick, unfortunately. Rather sad to hear. In summertime. Sick during the summertime. It's terrible, isn't it? A lot of these are just labeled 6. Oh gosh. There's so many just labeled 6. Okay, where are we starting? Not this side. This side. We're starting with Sophie. One on the front side, a brown piece and a yellow piece. So these two. Move everything else off to the side. Gosh, what even happened my weekend? Oh no, I know what happened in my weekend. I went and played a lot of Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go had its annual, like, Go Fest thing. It's like a 2-day event. Still sharp enough? Yeah. Yeah, it's like a two-day Pokemon event. Just, like, catching extravaganza sort of dealio of, like, increased chance for shinies and stuff. So that was my... And they're, like, 8 hours a day. So that was my Saturday and my Sunday, pretty much. It was just a lot of Pokemon. And maybe a little bit too much sunshine. Which, you know, not a great thing. Sunshine, good. I sometimes overdo it. Oh, this is a tiny, tiny, tiny piece. I'm trying to get the little nubby off on this tiny, tiny piece. But yeah, it's essentially it's like shiny rate up, a lot of different bonuses and stuff like that in Pokemon Go. See, I was out there for 5 hours on the first day, 6 hours on the second day, thereabouts. Got some good catches though. Got some really like interesting shinies too. And then like Final Fantasy XIV released its new like mini patch, I guess you could call it. So there's like its raid series is out, which means the population has gone up again. Cause yeah, Maddie, you were trying to get in there to make an account, and it's not a giant patch, so it will probably quiet down in the next few days, if I had to guess. Until maybe the weekend hits, then it'll probably like jump up again a little bit, because patches release on Tuesday, and I know not everybody can play on the weekdays. Come on, Blue. Just need a little bit of you. Oh, and I'm and I'm designing another house in 14. Not for me this time. I'm doing it for V. He asked about me designing a sort of pirate thematic basement for the house that he acquired. And I was like, oh hell yeah. Cause I just really like decorating in that game. I heard this one already. Next song, please. Let's do. Maddie, surprisingly, I just got in like 5 minutes earlier, only 20 people ahead. Had to be the data center she was on. Oh, okay. Because I know, like Dessa, for instance, made an account, and when Dessa made an account, she, you know, because of her thematic, she really wanted to get onto the Lamia server, but at the time she was doing it, like she got in eventually, but it involved a lot of refreshing. Oh my god, this piece is so tiny. It involved a lot of refreshing because the world was consistently just saying it was congested, it was full, it was congested, it was full. I need to change it. I think Yeah, so thankfully you can make characters on other data centers. I was gonna say if you already got through the entire character creator, you'd have to like pay to move said character. But like since you're just starting, uh, like it'd just be just making it on a new data center again. Is Lamia a credit server? Funny thing is Lamia I think is usually a pretty quiet server. So I was quite surprised at that time that Dessa was having so much trouble getting in. Okay, Sophie. I need this one. And this one. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of parts. And the beige one. And the brown one. And the light blue. Okay, I kind of need everything for Sophie, don't I? Yeah, I kind of need everything for Sophie. Let's start with the brown. That can sit there. I should have gave you an option when you made it to save the pattern. You can literally just re-upload it. Yeah, that is kind of a nice thing is that you can save your character data. So you don't have to redo it every single time. I'm casting too much shadow with this light. Can I do it from over there? Come on, bendy lamp. Work with me here. That's a little better. little better. Because I just labeled it VTuber. Hey, it works, yeah. They have, Maddie as well, the game has these bottles. They call them Fantasia. And essentially, they're a potion that lets you change, like, I guess how would you describe it? Concrete character traits. So like later in the game, you can do stuff. You can change your hair. You can change like your makeup, stuff like that. One of the concrete traits I call them, like eye color, height, weight, stuff like that. Like just literally what a esthetician could do. They do have potions where like later if you wanted to change what your character looks like, you could pop one of those potions and go back into the character editor and like make some changes. I think you get, well, you'd have to make it to the end of the base campaign. You get a free one. Actually, you might just be able to get a free one pretty soon now because of what happened with they did a visual upgrade, so everybody was supposed to get a free Fantasia, they call it. So you should be able to get like 1 or 2 free ones in the game at a point if you ever like were like, oh, I don't really like this look or something doesn't feel quite right. But otherwise, yeah, they're like a paid thing. Not cheap either, which is crazy because I see some people who change their appearance. Like I know a couple people in my guild who change their appearance. I swear, like every week. And like those potions are $10 a pop. Like sure, sometimes they go on sale for 20% off, but like they are still usually like $10 each. Oh, wait a second. In my rush to get the camera set up, I forgot like everything else. Hang on, let me get fishing back up. Totally forgot about fishing. Wait, real money? For Fantasias, yeah. If you try to get them outside of like what is just supplied by the game, they're like $10 USD each, which is crazy. You can buy them in like bundles of 5 or bundles of 10. No wait, bundles of 1, 3, or 5, I think. And if you buy them in the bundle of 5, it's still 45 USD. And what's I gonna say? Yeah, 45 USD. They sometimes go on sale for 20% off, but yeah, like I said, I know a couple people who just like they change like at least weekly, and I think it's nuts. Get that going. Get this going. Close this. Refresh the cache. Bring our fish back. There we go. Fishing is back. Let me just also make sure that Mix It Up is like doing its thing. Maddie, have another. Okay, Mix It Up is doing its thing. Good. Where is... Oh, good. All of that stuff's working. We're mostly back to normal. Mostly. Oh, and like I did say, like, in previous times as well, if you can hear the fan... Oh. Sorry, I just got a message from my brother. Only fan you can hear is your own? Okay, good. Because I have two on in the room right now. I have one pumping fresh air in from outside, and I've got another one trying to, like, vent air out of the room, because it's just... Oh, it's stifling. This is, you know, maybe not my best choice of day to pick for streaming. Like, Wednesday is my typical day, but this is also the hottest day of the week. Haircut out of there. But, what was I talking about? Don't remember what I was talking about. Hey, Map now. Oh, yeah. I've got the, finished the fishing badges. Demi finished the fishing badges, so I'll need to get those loaded into Discord. But now the monthly fishing winners for our biggest catch and like highest gold point total, they'll have like a special badge they'll have allotted to them in the Discord for like the month. Everyone must know who the top fishy people are. Oh, that thing's worth quite a bit. Me adding up Mapno's catches? Well, it's not total. It's just the one that's on like the fish board. So like the total gold amount, not the total. Because I don't know. Hey, it's the Moogle. Speaking of total catches, yeah, it's not total number of catches pulled up. It is the gold total. So it is a little RNG. Should you get the rare ones like that Moogle? Oh no, I might need to fish. Xana, were you saving up for something? I need this one. And this one. I feel like I should find like... I feel like I need to find like another point dump sort of thingy. Yes! I've been meaning to add that one for so long. I'm so happy to see it crop up. How fitting the Argentinian pulls it up. It's not the exact bottle as the one that they used in Star Wars, because I actually could not find a PNG of the version of the bottle that was used in the Star Wars commercials. But no, that's it's the closest I got, but... Oh my god. I did like pull the audio from the commercials. And a shopping trolley to balance it out. That's just the trolley the beer came out of. There we go. This blue one. So what else is there left in there? I think that means there's Rye's original edition is still in there, and Xana's like monthly winter edition is in there still that we haven't seen yet. But both of which are quite high rarity, so it kind of makes sense we haven't really had the chance to see them. Watch me like jinx it or something. Is it jinxing it if it's a good thing to see it? Okay, I think this is all the pieces for Sophie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and her apron. Apron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, brown thing. Oh, I need the lighter brown. Hey, whale shark. That's a good one. Good one to close the gap. God. At a point, it's just going to be Mapno and Xana on the board as they fervently try to outdo each other. Like, I lost my Genshin 50/50 to a really lame character at only 6 pity. Wait, is it, like, again? Like, not even... Are you talking about... No, you're not talking about the little slug girl, right? Because I don't think... Oh, you don't think the little slug girl's lame. You think she's cute. Who... Okay, so if you lost... So 6 pity means you're only 6 pulls deep, right? Right? Oh, the banner reset yesterday. Okay. So if 6 pity means you're only 6 pulls deep, then, like... If you lose the 50/50 that early on, I still don't totally understand Genshin. If you lose the 50/50 that early on, is that like, does that 50/50 chance disappear? Wait, repeat that. What girl? Like, the little slug girl? With the funny, like the little antenna? And she's got like the bubbles? Did I make a new faux pas or something? Also, hey Princeps, how's it going? No, you're fine. I'm just curious what got Gecko so riled up suddenly. But yeah, so Maddie, so if you lose the 50/50 at only 6 pity, does that mean like you don't have that 50/50 chance like through the rest of the banner? Is it just like that character's odds just go back to like the really tiny odds? It would be good to lose early if I wanted the limited character. Wait, I missed my fish on the board. What are we looking like? Oh, here, hang on a second. Let me grab it again. Leaderboard. Xana, you still have a very healthy lead of 1,600. Followed by Mapno, followed by Princess. I love it's just you two are just duking it out for top spot here. As for catches, you have 2 whale sharks in the top spot. You have the 3-star whale shark and the 2-star whale shark. And then Australia pulled up by S000. And then the car. And then 2 Moogles. This is funny because we're only halfway through July. And then the Cerveza Crystal, and Tatra got the crit success. Princess has that Moorish in there. I don't want the limited characters. You want Tiganari, and he's in the lose pool. So, wait, hang on. So, you... So what is that, like... How my third I've only fished once? Fishing's been pretty quiet lately. Oh no, you got Mona? Isn't she the one who's been in the game since also from the beginning? Like, the beginning? Raven mains her? You hear Depeche Mode? Sure do. I like Depeche Mode. Well, I like some of their music. Like I said before, when it comes to music, I have a tendency to really, really haphazardly just listen to random things from bands. So I'm like, yeah, I like this band. Or at least I like these songs. I don't know any of the other stuff. Sort of dealio. I know words are very unnecessary. So, yeah, sorry. So, Maddie, so what is that? If you keep pulling on that banner, what does that mean now for your pull chances for the person that you want? And I guess like your person is also in the lose pool, weren't they? So doesn't that make it exceptionally hard to try to get that one particular person? Because you'd have to fight like all the other lose pool ones. For the one you personally want, it's bad. I can't believe the game's been out. I guess I can believe it from all the stories I keep hearing from those of you who play Genshin. I was gonna say like Dragalia did this thing at a point where like they'd released it was a paid thing, but it was like you pay this amount of money, it will get you a ticket like a voucher for a 10 pull, and it also just gave you a ticket to just straight up pick a character from like a selected pool of characters who had already been out for like a year or two. They're like, yeah, this is just like a choose your hero ticket. Get whoever you want. Well, and I think some like exceptions applied to like some limited characters, some like Christmas banners and stuff like that, Christmas design characters. But yeah, it was like yeah, just you want this person, go get that person. I needed this particular mage in the shadow element because she was like this amazing healer shielder person who was super meta for stuff, and I just was like, yeah, I haven't had any luck pulling her. I blew the money on a ticket, and the price of that ticket was still just the price of a 10 pull, maybe a little more. So they paid the price of a 10 pull, or smidge extra. Got a ticket to pick whoever I wanted, and just called it a day. Was a happy clam. Hoyo does a similar thing for Honkai Star Rail, but not for Genshin. Ugh. Why? What's the deal? Oh right, because you said the lead person on Genshin has a little bit of a reputation of being quite stingy on their stuff, or like they used to work on a different one or something like that, and like they're like, yeah, this guy's not working out here, and now he heads Genshin. Different leads, right? I can't remember, Gecko. Do you also play Genshin, or do you only play Honkai? The Genshin lead is stingy. The oh, I don't know about getting into. I say that, but Madoka Magica is releasing a game on Steam. I don't know if it's supposed to be gacha or not, because the other Madoka Magica, I just had to go through heartbreak twice of the Madoka Magica record, or Magia record shutting down for the second time, because I played it on the English server and it shut down, and now it's shutting down, or it has shut down now on the Japanese server, and I'm like, and every time a gacha game shuts down on me, I'm like, I don't know if I can take the heartache again. Like, I lost Tales of Link back in the day. I lost Regalia Lost like a couple years ago. Couple years? Yeah, something like that now. And I'm like, man, maybe I should stop playing gacha games. Because the character I was. I used to play Genshin until 2022, got bored of it, now you're on Honkai. You enjoy much more than Genshin? It's got like a whole different, same company, but a whole different battle system and stuff, right? Bum, 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 bum. And get these little layers of Sophie. Honkai's turn-based. Oh, okay. And then like, and what's that new one? It's like something Zen Zero. It's also a Hoyo thing, right? So what's that one like? I guess I'm just a little surprised to find out they have so many games going. I'm just trying to get a little bit of dirt off of this thing. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter too much. It'll be covered up. Honkai Third Art Impact. The sleep gacha. I know, that's what I keep calling it too, because it's just the triple Z. I'm like, oh, it's a sleepy gacha. The sleepy game. Not really open world too. Oh, Zenless Zone Zero, right. So yeah, what's that one about? Zenless is more akin to Honkai Impact. Okay. I'm basically Hoyo clueless. I enjoy seeing the discourse that you guys have in Discord and like trying to learn about it, but I also feel like I'm so late to the game and I'm like, I still don't really know what's happening. I understand the pain of not getting the pull you want in gacha. I just don't totally understand it in a well, I can sympathize in a Genshin way from the sounds of like what the pulls have been like, but I don't know it firsthand. Okay, so go down to the feets. Down to the feetsies. Aaron might know I didn't like the aesthetic of Triple Z, so I don't know it much. Okay. You're in an area and fight enemies. Gotcha. Princeps, you're clueless about gacha nonsense, only played was Azure Lane. You know, probably for the better. Gacha's dangerous. Can be dangerous. I know, like, so, like, I still love Dragalia.Lost. I still lament the fact that Dragalia.Lost is gone. My roommates still lament the fact that Dragalia.Lost is gone, because we all used to play together. A lot of the music I have on this playlist still is Dragalia.Lost, because I just loved the music and the world and the people in it and stuff so much. But, you know, not playing gacha games, probably not a bad thing. The girl boat game. Isn't that... Hey, oh, actually, that reminds me. What was that, Princeps, you might have known it. It seems like it might be up your alley. What was that anime? No, it was a game. Unless it was Azure Lane. It was, I think, a game, and they got an anime out of it, and it was like, it was warships turned into girls. And I always remember there's that one that's like blonde with the black bunny ears or something like that, and like the thong line that goes way up over her hips. Really, really short skirt. That is Azure Lane? Oh, okay. Did it have a sub name or something to it that was like a little different? Gosh, I remember seeing a ton of cosplay from that and being so surprised. And so funny thing is some of the designs I thought were really fun, really cute. I actually have somewhere, might be in storage. I actually have I should have a lot of little figures of stuff like that from there. They were just characters that designs I really liked. And I've got like a bunch of little guys for them. The character can go way more revealing. Oh no. But yeah, I have a lot of little figures from that, and I think some keychains and stuff too. Mind you, I then also like thought I'd get into it and then never got into it, so I should probably sell that stuff. Would that be weird? Just like, can I just open up shop and be like, hey, those of you I know online, I've got anime merch I've never opened. Who wants to buy it? No, no, I've joked about grabbing a stall at the local anime convention to just like pawn off a whole bunch of the stuff that I have. Because there's some things that I'm like, oh, this character looks super cool, or like the series seems interesting, I'll get into it later, and then I bought the thing. Just because I was like, I think I'll like it. I think I'll get into it. And then I just never got into it, and I'm still holding stuff, and I'm like, man, I should just get rid of this. Like, I have a lot of, I have a lot of Attack on Titan merchandise, actually. Ironically enough, I've recently now started watching Attack on Titan. Because I took somebody else through free run, and they're like, okay, it's my turn. And they're like, we're gonna start Attack on Titan. I got bored of the game super quick as it plays itself. Oh, okay. Did it have an English release, or were you just playing like a Japanese version of it? Attack on Titan lost you on the first season? I think I'm like... I don't know if I'm technically still first season, because I think the season is technically 24 episodes, but I'm just past the halfway point of the first season. Essentially, the intro music has changed. I'm like two episodes deep into when the intro music has changed from the really iconic one. Give her her little apron. Wait, is this the right direction? Yeah, it's the right direction. It had an English release as a mobile game. Oh, okay. Attack on Titan's too gory for you. You know, that's fair. It's a lot of blood. Holy cow, it's a lot of blood. I thankfully, I've noticed as I've watched, because I thought too there was going to be a point I might have to be like, no, I can't do this, it's too much. There's a lot of blood. It's definitely gory, but it's actually not quite as gory, like gratuitously gory as I thought it was going to be, because there's definitely some scenes where people are like, they're in the hands of one of the Titans and they're like pulling at their limbs, and like you know that person's going to get ripped in half, but like they didn't show it, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness. Like, I don't really need to see the death of like 20 teenagers in 5 minutes. Even the ones who like end up in the mouths and stuff. I know there's been some characters that lose limbs and stuff, but I've found they weren't quite as gratuitously gory as they could have been, thankfully. So I've been able to keep going with it. Though I have to admit, I don't miss when anime episodes did... Oh, what was the worst case of it so far with Attack on Titan? There is an episode, it was 3.5 minutes of recap of what had just happened in the episode. Another minute 20 of the intro music, and then like the outro music and the preview was like another 2 minutes or something. In this 24-minute episode. I was like, what? Why do I need a recap? I guess because they were weekly serializations, but I'm like, I don't need a recap every single episode. And then like what, episode 12 or something was just straight up a recap episode. I'm like, this soon? This soon? It's too soon. I'm still here. I still know what's happening. And I realized I've been a little bit spoiled, I guess, by series like Dungeon Meshi. Oh no, even Dungeon Meshi releases on Netflix on the weekly, and it doesn't recap for 3 minutes at the beginning within the first 10 episodes. It's been my biggest complaint about Attack on Titan right now, is just the sheer amount of recapping they do. But I guess that's also kind of the nature of anime from that time. You might need tweezers. There we go. Go figure, I'm doing a thing, I'm trying to pull off tiny bits of glue, and I just cut my fingernails. Okay, so this is... That's Sophie? Oh no, wait, I need her hair. I need her hair still. Thank you for keeping the pond clean. Where's her hair? There it is. Berserker's way worse for gore. And they still collab with World of Warships now and then? Oh, that's kind of neat, actually. For you, Attack on Titan pissed you off with the way they decided to do character development just to kill the person in the next episode, or the end of the development episode. Yeah... I haven't had, well, I've had some like, no, I think everything I've seen so far has been fairly minor characters who have died. Like Aaron's mom dies right off the bat, but you know she had the dead mom haircut anyway, so she was doomed. Even if I didn't know she was going to die beforehand, I was like, yeah, even if I didn't know she was going to die, that haircut, the dead mom's haircut, where you have a ponytail and you put it over one shoulder, you don't live if you have that haircut. Ask Trisha Elric. Spoilers, it's like literally first episode on a 10-year-old show. At least that season came out like 10 years ago. There's memes everywhere about the dead mom haircut. Please what? You're aging me with timeline facts. Hey, you and me both. I remember I was collecting some Attack on Titan. Like I have some of the DVDs and stuff and just never quite got into it for some reason. But like I was collecting the Blu-rays when they were coming out. Don't ask me why I never watched it. I don't know why I never watched it. I think more interesting things came my way and then I forgot or something. I'm gonna say that's my reason. Oh, hello, kitty. I remember Attack on Titan was fresh when I was going to your last few cons. So many cosplayers with the massive prop packs. Oh, I know. And all of these people. It was kind of cool to see. I thought it was really neat to see all of these people who like um, definitely didn't do their cosplays together, but all just found each other and they get into a big line of all their green capes and do like the scout salute or whatever. It was a neat time. I do kind of like seeing when a series takes off and just the sheer amount of people who all have the same brain cell of like, yes, I'm gonna do this thing. Because like, man, I was part of that. I was part of the Hitalia fandom. I just didn't go for the standard uniforms. I went pirate. Because I thought the pirate outfits were just more interesting. But I remember seeing like, yeah, all the Attack on Titan cosplayers, and they were all talking about like, oh, how did you make your like, whatever the wooshy wooshy pack was called, and just seeing like everyone exchange tips and tricks on how they made them. Because like being 10 years ago, I know I've had this spiel before. Being 10 years ago, we didn't quite have all the same readily available materials for cosplay making things that we do now. So to hear what some people did was like really ingenious. You did Italia cosplay too? Yep. Uh, I did Italia cosplay. I don't know if anybody else. Uh, I'm gonna mildly dox myself, kind of. If you have any of the Hitalia manga, I am in at least one of those books as a cosplayer feature, or like as a because they had parts in the books that like would just be like people within the community sending their cosplay photos in. I am in at least one of those books, and the mochi plush toys I made for those, I think are in at least two of those books. You did Colonial America for 3 years? Oh, cool. Yeah, I did Pirate France and or well, Children's Day. It was kind of his piratey outfit in the lighter blue color and the tricorn hat. I did a Pirate France and Pirate England. I'd actually I talked to V at a point and I was like, I should visit for Halloween because before he did his bunny thing, I was talking to him last year. I'm like, oh, I should visit at Halloween. I'll just drag the cosplay over, and we can go. Maybe not trick or treating, but I'm like, we go out in full pirate regalia. I'm like, I've got the hats. I'm not gonna bring the prop swords because I don't want to bring those on a plane. But, but yeah, I went full out. Like, I didn't make the swords. I got like a saber scimitar for England and a rapier for France, but they're actually like LARP weapons, like qualified, certified, or what's the term for LARP? I can't remember now. But anyways, they're LARP legal weapons essentially. that I got for England and France. And then, like, yeah, made their coats, made their hats, the shirts, the petticoats. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I could probably take a. Do I have all the pieces here? I should probably just one of these days take a photo and, like, post it in with my, like, creation starting board thingy. Hammer? Wait, what? What hammer? Yeah, I did think of for Princeps, when you say colonial America, do you mean like young America when he's still a colony, or do you mean like the war America? Because I definitely thought about doing the outfits for like wartime America and wartime UK Britain because I just really like those uniforms. Did I ever tell you I had to learn how to repair metal swords in college? No? Really? Like straight metal working? What kind of repairs? Grind them down when they got too sharp and stuff. Oh, because I know you did like, Maddie, you did theater stuff, right? Because I remember you saying before you like made a sound dampening backboard sort of dealio at one point for your room. But that's neat. Like blacksmithing light. I bought a part rifle and flintlock pistol at a con for my cosplay. Was allowed to carry the pistol tied to the holster, but they yelled at me over the rifle. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's fair enough. I know I had like a prop flintlock for my pirate as well. And like the barrels were solid and like it had a trigger pull and it had a hammer that you could pull back and then you pull the trigger and go click. Yeah, that one got well, actually, I don't know. I found I didn't. I just got it piece bonded like I would anything else, and it wasn't really a problem here. I don't know. It could just be a country difference. We're not quite so. The gun fear is not quite so real here. Theater kids unite. Oh, Santa, were you also theater kid? Is that where all the crafting part comes from? Were you a props person? No, I used to be. Ooh, I forget what I'm trying to cut off here. I took some drama classes in high school, but then like, man, I also had a bunch of stuff go down with the person I was dating and some mental health things that I it was not a healthy relationship. I actually got pulled out of that class a lot, and it like, you ever almost fail a drama class? It's hard, but almost. Hey Domino, welcome in. Nice to meet you. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Unless you're like not in North America, in Australia or Europe, then I hope your your Thursday is going well. Yeah, I got pulled out of that drama class a lot. Almost failed it because I wasn't there for like the different segments of stuff and like the actual performing days and stuff like that. So at a point, as a means of like saving my grade, kind of, the drama teacher let me run tech because we had a theater in our school. So I kind of helped with a little bit of script stuff, and because all the roles had already been done, I helped with a little bit of script stuff and I did tech work for them as a means of like not fail. Because man, can you imagine failing a drama class? It'd be so embarrassing. I'm in the fabulous state of Florida. Ooh, stay cool. The humidity, I can only imagine because I keep hearing about the heat passing through everybody. I can only imagine the humidity there. I haven't been to Florida in a while. You feel dirty, you should delete that. You had to do a lot. Basic sewing, prop making, acting, sound design, lighting design, rigging, set design, painting, pencil drafting. Well, that sounds really cool, though. Also, Domino, if you're curious as to what's being made, doing a little papercraft Howl's Moving Castle scene. Wasn't in drama as a class. You did stage and tech stuff for the drama club. Yeah, it's kind of funny. My doing tech stuff for the drama club actually, like, or for the drama class, actually then opened me up as well. Was my music teacher, the band teachers found out that I was doing that, and I was already part of the music program. So they're like, oh, you help run tech for like the parts that you're not participating in within the music program, like some of the show choirs and stuff like that. It's a really weird evolution. So I went from running tech stuff for drama to performing in the concert bands and stuff like that, but doing tech for the show choirs, which is like singing and dancing. Doing that for the show choirs, and then joining the boys' show choir because they had a song that they were doing, and it was an entirely a cappella song, and it wasn't working with the amount of people there were because they couldn't get some people weren't harmonizing well and getting their timings well, so they did tryouts to get it down to a lower number of people, and I'm like, I know every part of this song because I have to run tech. And I know they don't have enough tenors, and I asked the music teacher, I'm like, can I try out? And he's like, yeah, sure. And we got there, and I'm like, what part? I'm like, short of baritone. I'm like, what part do you want me to sing? And he's like, oh, well, like, if you can hit tenor, try that. I'm like, okay, cool. So I made the cut into the first tenor. So I sang with the boys. And from there, boys show choir, joined the girls show choir, and joined the mixed show choir. So I'd actually find myself cross-dressing on occasion, depending on what part I had to play or how like the song layout went and the costume adjustments would go. Instead of being in like the bodysuit and skirt, I'd sometimes just be like in the men's like vest and shirt and pants kind of dealio. Tied my hair back sort of deal. It was fun though. It was fun. And your degree's in stage management. So the idea of stage manager is you have to touch every area in some capacity, so you need to have a baseline knowledge of everything. You know what? That makes sense. That totally makes sense. Don't have theater classes where you are, Gecko. Not even sure if it's a thing in Quebec. Oh, no kidding. But there's a really mean Quebecois joke in there somewhere. Is that you ditched most of your classes to work on drama stuff? Tell me you've heard that about theater kids. The band kids too. Ditch classes just often enough to go hang out in the music room. And the teachers just allowed it. Well, at least the music teachers just allowed it. Not the teachers that they were ditching classes from. I never actually ditched class or that sort of stuff. My music things were all after school programs, but like I definitely had times when if I had a spare block, like where I didn't have a class in there. I know a friend of mine and we took over the music room, daisy-chained a whole bunch of speakers together to play music, and then started cutting fruit for our math classes or our calculus class snack time. Because we were so tired of, like, chips and pop and stuff like that. We're like, well, we're doing a unit involving circles and radius and stuff like that. So we just got a lot of different round fruits and cut up a lot of round circular fruits and carved, like, a swan out of a melon and ridiculous stuff like that. It was fun. We had access to the music room, so there was nobody else in there at the time, not even the teacher. Teacher comes back in, and she's like, did you just turn my room into a greengrocer? And we're like, here, do you want an orange? I was loading crew for the band in color guard. You're in marching, concert, jazz, steel drum. You did tech stuff for band, choir, orchestra, and drama. So yeah, I was in girls, boys, and mixed show choir. The junior and senior jazz bands, because I was in senior for saxophone and junior on trombone. And then I was in the concert band, like orchestra band, basically. Hang on, I'm gonna make sure I got the right steps here. Yeah, music students. Like that reminds me, we did a faculty footloose. However, we gender swapped all of the roles and the adults played the kids and the kids played the adults. Oh my gosh, this sounds amazing. It sounds hilarious. I never realized how odd American schools are with all the sports and extracurricular stuff where other countries just teach you. Well, I guess like because football, Domino, football is a huge thing down there, right? Like I'm always hearing stuff about American schools and like national news coverage about football and these like how there's like college scouters will go to like these high school football games to try to find kids and stuff like that. So it always sounded like there's quite a focus on there. I don't know if it's just been blown out of proportion because that's what goes on TV, not really the band classes and stuff like that. Heck yeah, fellow sax. Princeps, what type did you play? I started on alto. I played a bit of tenor. They tried to have me on baritone, and I'm like, this thing is bigger than I am. So, how about not the baritone? I'll stick to the other ones. Amount of times the teacher gave me the theater card to go buy condoms for keeping the mic packs dry? Oh my god. Imagine seeing a high school student going to start buying rope duct tape and condoms! Oh my god, that'd have been so... I'd have been... Oh my gosh. Did you ever get comments on it, Xana? Was somebody like, the heck is going on here? Or did they just let you do your thing? Oh wait, I'm a dum-dum. Ah! Talking and doing stuff doesn't always end well for me. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. That's the correct description. Big focus, answer. Are you Canadian? Yeah. West Coast Canadian here. I am technically an American citizen too, but my current residence, most of my residency has been in Canada. We were allowed to use condoms, so the mics. We weren't allowed to use. We're allowed to? Weren't allowed to? So the mics were nasty? Alto, Barry, bass. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember trying the baritone saxophone and like, man, I was not a very big kid in school. It was it was funny to see me using it. And like lung power goes, it was fine, but I was like, this thing heavy as shit. Even with the straps and everything, I'm like, oh my god, don't make me haul this thing around. For the very short amount of time I played it, I had somebody else basically carry that sax case for me because I'm like, this thing is ginormous. To keep what dry? To keep the microphone packs, which is, I guess, to keep like the sweat and everything off the microphone. But Xana, would they be lubricated condoms? Would they just make as much mess, or would they be non-lubricated? I guess so they weren't to try to keep the packs clean. 100%. But each ever after I explain why I need them each time, they're pretty understanding. Always wanted to live in that corner of the country, Washington, Oregon, or Alaska. Alaska I've not been to, but Washington and Oregon are quite pretty. The Pacific North, okay, I'm biased, but like Pacific Northwest is nice. We've got a lot of greenery, temperate climate, stuff like that. Can't complain. The electronic packs of the microphones, they have batteries and wireless transmitters in them, so you put them in a condom to keep them dry. Non-lubed. Okay. Okay. I guess, Xana, here's the other question. Did condoms, because this was high school, and teenagers be teenagers, did condoms go missing? Were they just like, I'd have sworn we had more, and someone was probably just pinching them? What the fuck did I come into? Hey, Green, we're talking about theater. I swear to God, we're talking about theater. We're talking about. Well, yes, we are, because it's related to theater. I swear it's related to theater. It's essentially Xana here was saying how when they were in school as part of the theater department, they'd have to go out to buy non-lubricated condoms to put over the microphone packs to help keep them clean. What did it come into? Not on my watch. Because I could just imagine that they go missing. Okay, what else am I doing? This shirt piece. Anyway, Green, yeah, welcome to the conversation. How are things going with you? How's Art Fight going? Conversation. No, it's just utility talk. It's just utility talk. There's also There's also always the sex/makeout couch in the green room. Oh my god, the band room had that. So our music room had a loft. Like you go up the stairs and we had some equipment on the left side, and then there was like a smaller area that was on the right side, and it was like, and there was a couch up there, and some stuff that some of the other senior students, like I don't know, it turned into like a little bit of an elitist loft. I can't really explain it. It was never really my spot to go up there. I had no interest in doing so. But yes, there was the couch, and be it rumor or not, and I'm more teenagers being teenagers, I'm thinking not, is like, yeah, there was like the whole, like, it was the makeout couch. And then there was a point at which the couch had to be tossed. I can't remember why. The couch had to be tossed, and then, like, another classroom had tossed out a couch or something like that, but it had been outside for days, and some idiot music students brought it in and tried and hauled it upstairs and stuff, and the music teacher was like, no, you need to get this thing out of here. That couch is infested. So then, I don't know what happened, but somebody else managed to get their hands on another couch. So yes, there was definitely the makeout loft, and rumors of more intimate situations happening up there too. Not that I ever participated or tried to find somebody or really, really sought the truth in that, but you know what? I'll just take it at face value, because there was most definitely a lot of like band student. Oh my god, you'd think you'd hear about a new student hooking up with another student and then breaking up and then hooking up with another student like every week within the music department, which caused some drama in the music department, as you do. So I grew up in a very small town. Your school is preschool through 12th grade, all in one building. Your school, the popular makeout spot was the jungle gym after dark. Did it have, like, I'm not surprised about that either. Did it have like a cover? Was there like a spot that was like a covered area? Like you just like go hide in the tunnel or something like that? That would not surprise me at all. Yes, Gav, I figure most. Oh, okay, Gav, you figure most people wouldn't know that that is. That's fair enough. Listen, some professionals still use Coke or Sprite in their dance floors. Coke or Sprite? Oh, just as like marking spots? They just put a can down and call it the mark? See, my band folks just use the practice rooms to make out. No one's brave enough to do more than that, though, because there were no locks and folks would snoop. Also, you wore full shoes of chainmail almost constantly while not actually doing plays. Doesn't that get hot and heavy and not in the makeout room sort of way? Give this kid his head back. Wait, what direction does this kid's head go on? This way? Yeah, this way. You'd think that wouldn't be a problem since performing arts people naturally enjoy being watched. Yeah, but Green, it's school. They're still awkward teenagers. Dance floors need to be tacky, sticky, so. Oh! Oh! Wait, really? They coated in soda? Oh, weird. I don't. Okay. Not where I thought that was going. Oh, this is the back of a person. That's why there's a line down here. So you just pour soda all over the floor? You know that Archer meme of like, do you want ants? This is how you get ants. Did someone clean it after? Very heavy. We had local Ren Fair donate it to our theater and never got any use besides you wearing it. Did they just let you take it? You're like, yeah, we don't need it. Go for it, Xana. Wear that chainmail vest to your heart's content. As loading crew master, I had keys to the band's semi, and I knew where the hideaway doors were, great for naps and makeout sessions. Not the recommended practice to pour soda on the floor. Some places still do it. Oh my gosh. Like, I hope somebody cleans that up. Or else, like, can you imagine? You go into a place, dance session, dance lesson, ants everywhere. Oh, I turn around and never come back again. You get one of those chemical sprayers in the Home Depot and just go at it. I wish. Xana, did you steal it? Did you just like, yoink? Na, 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 na. Da, 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 na, na. I still need to finish this show. This intro is from Licorice Recoil. I still haven't finished it. I think I have like 3 episodes left. And it just, my interest in it like disappeared. I kind of wanted cute girls doing sort of horrific things, and it just wasn't that. I mean, I doubt they do since they just have to redo it for the next show. Would it be better or worse if I... Oh, God. I think I'd be happier to just not know it was Coke all over the floor until, I don't know, I like slipped and... I guess I wouldn't slip because it's tagged until I like tripped and fell or something and then was like, is this Sprite? It only took one, Xana. You have to take the chainmail off. I can hear you from the back seats during rehearsal for me to not be able to wear a dress. What'd you get, Princeps? 3-star coffee cup? Some good coffee. Don't know if you want to drink it. It's been in a pond, but... Xana just moves. Rustle, rustle, clink, clink, clink. Yeah, man. Something is casting a shadow here. There we go. Is that all of it for this guy? I think so. Am I a little uneven on the shoulders? Not really. I'm a little uneven on his shoulders. Maybe he's just got one sleeve rolled up a little more than the other. That's the excuse I'm going with. The next time we're in BC, I need to tell you about the ghost lady that broke into your college theater. Oh boy. That's step 3. Okay. What do we got? I don't even know what this is. This one, the red one, the dark brown one, and the yellow one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, wait, one more. And the light brown one. Not this one. This one? This one. Whew. Okay. Actually, before I start cutting these parts out, I'm actually gonna put us to break real quick, just to like grab a little bit more water, try to air, like max the fan up a little and air the room out a little bit more. So yeah, I'll put us to ad break for a few minutes. Oh. Okay, I can't do that having Princess have gifted subs. Princeps, thank you. Who do we go out to? Stumbling. Momo. Oh, Kojin got one too. Princeps, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. a good catch out of that too. I do appreciate it. Heck yeah, I got coach. I still got my Sco's Les Mis shirt. All the imaging is worn off. You can see the words that used to be on it. A traffic cone. Princeps, I really do appreciate it. Like, sincerely, really. What are you getting? Oh, you've got a two. You've got a twofer. The four-eye butterfly fish. That's cute. Ah, I've kind of always wanted tropical fish. It's just a lot of work. It's just a lot of work. Okay. Well, maybe do ad break after all of the casts are done, and I'll cut these pieces out so we don't interrupt it. I'm curious to see what happens. The red-eye fish. I am admittedly not in ungrateful way. I am a little surprised that it kicks a hype train off, though. I didn't think that they kicked off that easy. I didn't think they kicked off with only a single person. I always thought it had to be like a multi-person contribution. Which is funny, because I'm pretty sure my settings have it as a... The default settings have it as a multi-person contribution. So I wonder... Twitch might have changed their, the way that processes. Starfish? I feel like I've seen a lot of starfish today. I think it's multi-person or 5 subs. Oh! Oh, okay, I didn't actually know that. I always thought it had to be... I thought a person could gift like 100 subs and it wouldn't kick off a train unless more than one person participated in it. Interesting, interesting. I can. Oh, okay, Maddie, this is an atrocious joke. An atrocious joke. Did anybody ever empty out, if you saw it in person, did you ever see a person empty out the can of Sprite and the can of Coke? There it is! That's Rise. You know what, hang on a second. I'll clip that to show him later. So many of my clips have just been fishing things pulled up. The Cerveza Crystal I have to get later too. It was so early on I forgot to do it. But yeah, there's Nessie! Okay, so there's just one more undiscovered one. What was I saying? Right. Maddie, did you ever hear anybody make the terrible joke of pouring soda on the... Or you've never seen someone use the soda. College always use the proper chemical. Good for your college. I was gonna say, like, do you think anybody ever, like, poured the soda, held, like, one in each hand, and then started dancing and called it the can-can? It's a terrible joke. It's a terrible joke, but I could just see somebody. I could see Xana doing it. Can in each hand, dancing the can-can. Not properly dancing the can-can, but just calling it as much for holding the soda cans. Oi! Am I wrong? Maybe you weren't the dancing type, but I could see you thinking of it. I'm sure there's someone out there who has. Jellyfish plush. That's a cute plush. There's actually a thing, I think there's a place around here that sells jellyfish plush that's quite similar to that one. No. I have an X in my mind right now. I'm doubting. Oh, I made the... Oh god, there was this... If he tried to tell me this awful joke last night, and like, he just does that thing. Sometimes he just tries to tell awful jokes, and he's like, he comes back. Did you see the new meme? Yeah, what was it? Was it like, Princeps, I saw it in his, really briefly in his server. Was it your character? Like the character that's in your profile picture? And like, and said like, the CIA is here for you? That one? That one? Oh, so thank you for the level 1 hype train. I really do appreciate it. I really do. What emotes? I hope you got a new emote out of it. Holding a can, doing the can while wearing enough armor. I look like a can. Yeah, Princess, is that one an OC of yours? The pink-haired one? Or is it from something? Because I know it's in your profile picture. Or your Discord profile picture, but... Yes? Oh, okay. What's her name? Their name? His name? Because I really shouldn't judge by looks. If there is a name? Oh, right, but I suppose, as you're answering that, just to finish up, V tried to hit me with a really bad joke last night when we logged into Final Fantasy and came back, and he's like, what's a ghost's favorite place to swim? And I usually try to guess the answer because it's a terrible, terrible pun. He's like, where's a ghost's favorite place to swim? And I sat there and I thought for a minute, and I'm like, the Poltergeist. And he's like, what the fuck? No, Lake Erie. I'm like, okay, man, look. You can't come at me with a bad joke and what the fuck me when I give an equally bad pun answer. Or a worse pun answer. I'm like, that's not fair. Lexington. Technically in the meme, it's one of her alternate forms, CIS embargo. Oh, okay. Yeah, CIS. Okay, for a second I'm like, CSI? No, CIS. Yeah, I saw the thing. It's like, I don't care who the IRS sends. It really would be just like him to get the acronym wrong. Na, 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 na. Actually, maybe I'll just glue it too. Before the glue dries out, we'll go top of the hour. And then they'll send us on a collective break. I read it as CIA in chat. Yeah, don't worry about it. I definitely, first time I read it in the comic, I also saw CSI. I thought it was like crime scene investigation. I'm like, oh no, what'd he do? Until I properly read it. It was like CIA. I'm like, ah, okay, gotcha. Also, speaking of aging people earlier, does anybody else recognize the song that's playing right now? I think the Angry Bun was a good fit. Is it pretty? Our little Varen Fufu, the Huffy Bun. Yes, if anybody else recognizes this song, I'm outing you as an early 2000s anime watcher. Mind you, I guess my setup now does tell you what the song is, but... I actually kind of forgot about the song for a little bit there. I used to really like it, and kind of just recently remembered about it again. Hey, Stumbling! Yes, Princess was kind enough to throw some gifted subs out into the community. Congratulations on getting one. You can enjoy a lot of bunny emotes. How's it going, Stumbling? It's good to see you. Hope you've been having a good Wednesday. So many bunny emotes. We're not even done! We're not even done! I guess, yeah, there's that whole thing too. Right, I didn't, like, repin that thing. Here, let me get it, because we might as well. There's still, for those who don't mind helping out, or for those who have access to help out, because I know not everybody uses Twitter, there is still, like, 2 more in the retweet campaign to be unlocked. I'll just pin that. You've been bashing your head against the wall that is Resident Evil 0. The remake? Is it only a remake? There's a remake, right? Yeah, there's 2 more emotes to be unlocked in that set. I think there's a remaster. Okay, so are you playing the original then? I haven't actually been involved too much in Resident Evil stuff. I've seen other people play. I played 4. I watched people play 7 and 8. But yeah, I really only played 4. Like, on the Wii. It was a while ago. Yeah, there's an emote retweet campaign to get the last 2 unlocked. Otherwise, I'm just going to release them all on the 20th anyway, if it doesn't make it. And then there's more. There's still more. Like, I somehow thought I calculated for all of the emote slots, and it's going to be at the point that I actually, like, Discord will be able to hold them all because everyone is generous enough to help get the server up to level 3. Discord will be able to hold them all. I won't be able to fit all the emotes on Twitch. And, like, the next, like, tier for getting more emotes on Twitch is ridiculous. The next batch comes in at 80 sub points. So, like, 1 sub is 1 point, and, like, a tier 3 is, like, 5 points or something. But 80 sub points you need to get 1 more static emote unlocked. And then the next one is, like, I don't know, like 100 or something like that to get, like, an animated emote unlocked. Anyway, the requirements are nuts. And I have too many emotes. So Discord is going to be resplendent with emotes, and I don't know what I'm going to do with Twitch. I might just have to, like, keep a couple favorites that stay in all the time, and then perhaps rotate some of the other ones in and out, like, on a monthly or weekly basis or something like that. Because, yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. They're super cute. I love them. Demi is being too hard on himself lately because he's just being too hard on himself lately. But yeah, a lot of bunny. And a lot of bunny to come. Community vote? Could do. I just, like, at the same time, like, Demi's put the work into all the emotes. I don't necessarily want to have some that just, like, totally fall by the wayside and not get featured, you know? Oh, I need to go give Demi head pats. Yes, please do. He has been doing good work. I know he's still kind of, like, he's still developing his skills and stuff like that, but it sounds like he's been a little down on himself lately. I don't know what I'm making. And then this one, I guess it's like crates or something? An easel covered by something else? I have no idea. What goes there? Demi did a fantastic job. He needs to give himself more credit. I know, right? I know. I do. Like, I know he's got some other little projects on the go. And he's, like, some stuff happened in his life, which is just, you know, totally natural response to his mood to not be, like, jovial over the stuff that happened. But I do also think he's a little too hard on himself when it comes to the art thing. I don't know, to a degree, it might not help that, like, I'm quite picky about details. This is gonna be another book, L.Y.K.A.I.O. You do realize that, right? Maybe not as long. Maybe not as long. Maybe. It's technically only... The bulk of it, the entire bulk of it, is technically only 6 steps. So, no wait, 9 steps. And then you stick it into the base. And the base isn't that bad, but admittedly I'm only here. Book Nook? Oh, Princeps, did you hear it? It's in my closet. Hang on. So one of the glory of a clip-on microphone. One of the things that I'd been working on, and it was like, how long can this take? A very long time, as it turns out. The answer is a very long time. The camera might not capture it all because the camera does not have a lot of zoom. This is the Book Nook. It's like, and it lights up. Did I take the batteries out? No, it lights up. Yeah, I can't get this whole thing in the camera, the zoom being what it is. But it's one of those, like, you build a little scene, and I called it a Book Nook. It's kind of a bookend, but yeah, it's like a little town in there. Xana, the funny thing is, I have more of these. 6 months? It was. I had to... It took a long time, because all of this is, like, you cut the wood out, you have to sand the edges, you have to, like, paint the edges on some of these things. I went a little bit more detailed on the painting for, like, color matching than I had to, but the painting part took a long time. And yeah, and Xana, I have more. I have more. I have one that's like a cherry blossom scene. I have one that's kind of like a magical like common room sort of scene. They're super cute. They're super cute. But that thing took me ages. Which is funny because like cherry blossoms, yeah, there's one that's like it's like a train station in Japan, and there's or not a train station, but like a railroad crossing in Japan, and then there's like little cherry trees all over the place and stuff like that, and like a little shop, but I can't remember what the shop was. Very also a very cute set, but yeah, they take me ages. Which is kind of funny because I watched a video to try to get a sense of how long they'd take because I'd never done one before. I watched a video of a guy making one, and he's like, yeah, this took me about 7 hours. And I'm like, okay, 7 hours, I talk a lot, I've never done this before, so like, let's say 15 hours might be not unreasonable. Yeah, it was a lot more than 15 hours. On that note, though, if I do another kit like that, I probably will in the future, because I don't want them to just sit there forever. If I do another kit like that, I will probably do a lot of the painting stuff, like it's just painting edges of wood. I'd probably do a lot of pre-painting off stream because otherwise it's just me there putting like 3 coats of paint on the edge of a piece of wood. It's not the most riveting thing, and it can be terribly time consuming because I think there was one session I did of it where like a solid hour was just me painting the edges of wood white. But no, the papercraft models, that Pikachu one that I did for the very first stream ever, I surprisingly enough finished in one 4-hour sitting. Howl's Castle, I feel like might be 2, maybe 3 sessions, perhaps. There, Sophie, a gardener or something, and I have no idea what that is. Okay, I'm a little bit past top of the hour. I'm gonna stretch my legs a little bit, grab some water, maybe grab an ice cream mochi. I suggest people do the same. Get up, get moving a little. I'll put us to ad break for a few minutes, and then we can all return together, and I'll go on to the next itty bitty part. Okay, see you soon. Okay. I think I'm turning the microphone. There we go. There we go. Welcome back. Sometimes not entirely sure whether or not I've like actually double tapped the microphone properly to turn it back on. Welcome back. Thank you, Princeps. Good to be back. Okay. Part 5. I think they're chairs. And then part 6 is gigantic. Lots of cam wobble. It might actually be the fan. This, because I had to reset everything so quickly and replace out the next camera, I don't have everything like anchored down the way I ordinarily would. So it might be catching a bit of air from the fan, or I bumped the desk. One of the two. Yeah, this stuff like this cables are kind of just hanging just over there. Because yeah, ordinarily they feed through the whole thing is set up to an arm that holds the microphone too. Ordinarily the cable goes and feeds down through the arm, but since I was trying to panic fix, I think you bumped the desk because it stopped. Yeah, that was probably it. The minor downside of being in a carpeted room. Nice in the winter. Not always the most stable for the desk. Green, dark brown, and the other brown. I gotta figure out what else I want to do with V's pirate bedroom. He knows I do housing decoration in Final Fantasy, so he's like, oh, you like. He was talking about having to decorate, and I'm like, I like to decorate. He's like, yeah, but he's like, but then like I'd have to either pay you to the guild to decorate, or like you'd have to buy the components yourself, and you're gonna buy the components yourself. He's like, I'd rather you just give me the money for the new mount. So I might just make him like physically buy lunch or something. Yeah, he wants the basement part of his house to be unsurprisingly pirate themed. It's gonna be like a study and a bedroom and a bathroom. Right now I've kind of got it as like a captain's quarter with the main study, and then like he talked about like they don't have to have doors, but he preferred doors, but the downstairs of those houses is so small that I think doors just make the whole place feel incredibly cluttered. So it's just like some smart partition separations I'm going to be working with. And like curtain placement and stuff just to help segment the room a little bit. I just don't know what kind of other stuff to put in there. So there's going to be the desk and the chairs and everything. There's like a map of the world in there. There's like a treasure chest and a bag of gold. A map. A compass. Not a map, globe as well. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's a steering wheel element in there. But I'm not entirely sure what else to make it really scream pirate. A can. Oh yeah, and there's like a megalodon, like, jaw that I've got hanging on the wall. Just thinking about... I'd have to ask him because it's his house. I was thinking about asking whether or not he would let me stream the decoration process. Kind of like with that jail cell I was doing. But we'll see. He might not want to because he doesn't really... I think he tries to keep his Final Fantasy stuff separate from streaming, just like it's his one safe haven bastion personal thing, I guess. Okay, green base. Slightly darker ones. My glue is dried out again. Didn't I hear this? Oh. Get that extra off of there. Just a second. Sheer amount of folks upset over the new Final Fantasy mount is fun to watch. So why are they upset because of accessibility, or are you talking, or actually, Princess, are you talking about the flying pig or the Mountain Dew bird? Because like the Mountain Dew bird, I think just finished, and they didn't quite have enough codes. Oh, the flying pig. So have people been upset because they don't have access to that store? Because like for instance, I couldn't get the Mountain Dew bird. It like wasn't applicable in Canada due to accessibility. Yeah, that's fair. It's not even just that. You actually have to buy 3 drinks in the same purchase to get the pig mount. Yeah, I know. There was the Eat Pizza emote that came out originally before it could be bought on the online store thing. There was an Eat Pizza emote that was only available if you ordered through like Grubhub or something like that. And I know for like where I was in Canada, like we didn't have that here. We just did not have Grubhub at all. I'd have had to go down into had to have gone down into like Washington. And even at that, I'm not sure if I could have made an account to order. Apparently, employees took a lot of the promo stock before the event. Like that sort of issue. Oh, jeez. That's such a shame because like, I really want one of those. Those keychains are super cute. Like the little bubble tea keychain, and like it's liquid inside, so you can actually slosh that thing around, and like the liquid and the bubbles will slosh in there. Yeah, I guess as far as codes go, you get one code, you're kind of done unless you try to take several codes to sell or something like that. Oh, that's too bad. The keychains are so cute, though. I'm gonna have to like, I don't have it here, but I'm gonna have to go take a trip and visit family or something and try to hit up one of those bubble tea shops and maybe hope they still have the keychains. Like the promotion is up until September 5th, but it's also very much a case of while supplies last, and I don't know how long supplies are gonna last. I have a boba for your car. Is it hang from like the mirror? Like one of those cute ones? Or do you have it sit like on the back, is there a proper term for it? You know how the backs of cars have that little bit of a lip? Some people put plush toys up there near the back window. Oh, it's a vent clip. That's cute. Oh, do you think there's like a... I remember seeing those vent clips that were also air fresheners, and they'd have like a liquid type of thing in them that would blow through the vents to help freshen the car up. You think there's a boba version where you can just refill the thing in a boba cup looking clip and have it be the air freshener? I think that'd be kind of cute. A lot of folks are talking about buying 9+ drinks to get all the keychain colors. Yeah, because I think you have to buy... Well, it seems to differ from store to store depending on what employees heard as information or interpreted the information. Some people are saying, yeah, I bought 3 drinks and had the choice of the mount or the keychain. And other people are like, yeah, I bought 3 drinks and got the mount, and then to get the mount, and then was given the keychain. So it seems the info is not consistent across the board, but yeah, a lot of people I've seen it saying like, yeah, three drinks gets you either or. So if you want all the keychains, it's 9 bubble tea. Which, I don't know, it's supposed to be an event that goes on until September. But I don't know if stocks are going to last that long, really. Looks like stocks are going to be depleted fast. So interesting thing. The reason why I had to take a quick pause earlier, since we're on this topic, the reason I had to take a quick pause earlier to text my brother is my brother has one of these stores near him, or he was going out to a city that had that store near him, so he picked up a few drinks. He grabbed one of each of the feature. He got the mount code. They did not have the keychains available yet. Like the store itself hadn't received the stock for the keychains. What he was told for the keychains is that they're selling, which is kind of weird. He said that they're selling the keychains. It's not just a buy drink get keychain situation at that location. For whatever reason. I've also just like quite literally just received a text from him saying yes, he's keeping the special cups, but the drinks themselves weren't that good. Oh no. They're a very cute keychain though. Also, this dang stool is not quite lined up correctly. And I don't know if I can get it to line up correctly because I think the glue has basically dried already. Eh. Come on, shuffle. A little. One looked like it was frozen mango. That looked kind of tasty. I don't think it's very easy to go wrong with that, but we have a lot of bubble tea in the areas. Like, just in the area I live in, I particularly don't have that one specific company that's doing the crossover. But bubble tea is quite common where we are in general. So we've had a lot of good places to choose from. But I don't know, I haven't tried it, but he bought one of each for him and I don't know whoever else he was with. But yeah, apparently his verdict is the drinks are not the best. Oh no. Because yeah, I think it was like a Fat Cat brown sugar milk tea, and then yeah, there's a chocobo mango slush, and then there's like a cactar matcha milk tea. Presentation wise, they look good. I don't know. I'll probably still see about going to visit my parents sometime soon. My dad's birthday's coming up. Maybe try to like swing by one of the shops, see if I can get my hands on thing. Very typical Texan. Mango nada is a staple to cool off. Or mango nada or mango nade? Like mango lemonade, or is the nada for something else? Okay, little stools are done. Big part now. Real big part, oh my gosh. It's a frozen drink of mango and chamoy. Okay, I don't know what chamoy is either. I'm not sure I've ever actually heard that term. I'm just gonna disconnect this piece before it rips. Different. Chamoy, Spanish pronunciation, is a variety of savory sauces and condiments in Mexican cuisine made from pickled fruit. May range from liquid to a paste consistency. Typically, its flavor is salty, sweet, sour, and spiced with chilies. Oh, okay. And it's just done up as like a mixed in with the mango and stuff, done up as a slush then, or like a smoothie. I might just do these one at a time. Salty, sweet, sour, and spicy. Or spiced. It, doesn't sound like the type of thing I would drink, but you know what? I'd try it at least once. It sounds like it might be trying to strike too many taste buds at the same time for me, but you know, I give it a shot. It's not like it doesn't sound like it's a monster of a concoction sort of deal, so. So I'm curious then, so is it very much a Texas, like a Texas Mexico, or is it like a Mexico thing? Mexican food that's very popular up here. Oh, okay. I'm trying to see the notches on the black. A little difficult. Xana, I take it you're also familiar with it? Would vouch for it? Oh, this is gonna need a lot of glue. All the parts? Almost all the parts? All the parts. I've not actually done much. I've done a decent amount of traveling, but not really down to the lower states. Aside from like Florida. Never been to Texas. Close that up. Is it also a go-to drink for you, Xana? Oh, there's a lot of parts here that need glue. I also try to not overdo it on the glue. What'd you get? More fish. Normie fish. Hey! Xander's like Zora again. I think it's the second time you've managed to pull that thing up. Mavna, you're gonna try to close that gap with Xana, huh? Oh my gosh. By the time I finish putting glue on everything else here, it's all gonna dry. More of a treat, I don't seek it out too often. Oh, okay. Ooh, Xana's still got like 1,000 points on you though, Map now. It's getting close. It's getting close. Or what, a little over halfway through the month? There's still time. There's still time. Or Princess would come up from behind and just run away with all the fish. Okay. Oh! Everything is getting soggy. There. Fish. Hang on. Sorry, I got a fussy part to deal with here. I'll make sure everything is lined up before all of the glue dries into place because this piece is huge. And on black, so I'm not totally sure what I'm looking at. Subsequent. Oh yeah, so you weren't able to find the higher res of the I can picture it in my head, but I can't remember what it was called. From the Toys movie. Oh, you don't get this good stuff too often. It's less special if you do it too often. That's fair. You've been craving one of those big shaved ice, like the type you pour the syrup over top of. The sea swine, yeah, that was it. I feel like I'd still go for like a Slurpee slushy over shaved ice generally. Although, Xana, have you ever heard of Bingsu? Bingsoo? Maddie, you too. Like if you, for those not dairy intolerant, you should look into something called bingsu. It's a Korean style dessert, but it's kind of like shaved ice meets an ice cream sundae. I guess you could call it. Could go for cranberry juice slush. Yeah, bingsu is like, yeah, I guess like shaved ice meets sundae, kind of, and then like they'll have like different types: strawberry, mango, Oreo cookie, but it'll be like layered the like ice cream type shaved ice thingy. Like it's kind of like shaved milk ice almost, but so it's light, it's fluffy. But you'll have that, and then usually layered with like whatever the topping is, and then more of the ice cream, then more of the topping, and then like a shaved fluffy top half with like the topping sprinkled over top. It's really hard to describe. Your Sonic is still open too. Oh, do they do shaved ice at Sonic? I've only ever been to one once. And it wasn't exactly warm weather, so I wasn't looking at ice cream options. Big gray section. Oh, they have slushies. Oh, okay. What makes a Sonic slushie in particular so good? I think we just don't even have them West Coast. It was only when I went out East Coast that I even discovered what it was. Because for the longest while, I just pictured Sonic the Hedgehog. Do yours also have like the sort of drive-in? It's like a drive-through window, but you just drive into like the slot, and then someone brings the food out on like rollerblades. It was fun. An interesting novelty. Is that just a thing they do? Did they used to be a drive-through at one point, and now this is just like the go-to? This is how your food will come out if you're not using the drive-through and just the drive-in. Most don't have the roller car hops anymore for safety reasons. Oh, okay. Cause yeah, when we went, V and I went, it was like a pull-in sort of thing. You pulled in, you ordered at the speaker terminal thingy, you stopped, but the car was stopped. Like you turned off the engine, to do the ordering in a stall. And yeah, the lady brought our food out on rollerblades. It was novel. So have you been? Public translators are almost done with your documents. You should be traveling to Buenos Aires on August 12th. Oh, nice. I've been melty. I've been here. Kind of melty. That's why last week I only went live for 2 days, because it was just too hot on the Wednesday. It's about the same this week's Wednesday, but I still want to do 3 days this week. So I'm like, I could probably just do a crafting thing with the fan on and be okay. Not as hot as it gets down there, I'm sure, like, when it hits summer for you guys, but as I've said before here, where I live doesn't deal with extreme temperatures well, like in any direction. We just don't deal with temperatures well. The stalls are kind of part of the Sonic experience. Yeah, I've never been to anything else that did that. Temperatures are starting to rise here again. It's not too bad yet. Because yeah, Mountain, are you just heading? You've just finished winter, basically? Define extreme temperatures. Okay, when I say extreme temperatures, it's still baby temperatures. It's like when stuff starts climbing to like, oh my god, what's the conversion again? Actually, let me see what today is. What is today's temperatures in Fahrenheit? Fahrenheit. Okay, so the high today, and I know this is nothing compared to the Texas experience. The high today was 83. And like, I think it went up to about 88 this day last week. And it's not the hottest it's ever been here, but it is definitely like, when we start hitting 80 is when everyone in the city starts complaining. Anything past like, what is this right now? 20, okay, so Thursday, Friday is about 20 Celsius. Yeah, basically once it goes past like 72-ish, people start complaining. Same with the opposite direction. We don't, like, you know, there's that stereotype when Canadians in the cold and stuff like that, and I have that a little bit, but like, this place, we don't do winter well either. Hottest you've seen this year is 104. I can't remember though. Do you guys, is it quite a humid heat for you? considering where you are? Or is it still considered a dry heat? Winter should still be full swing where you are, Matt, now, from the 21st of June to the 20th of September. Oh. But I guess you're about halfway through, so that's cooling. Nasty heat. Very humid, okay. So you're kind of in the same... at least also in the humid boat. Very humid on the east side where you two are. Oh, okay. Yeah, because, like, I did Vegas last year in July, and it was 115. It was funny because I was telling people, and they're like, oh, but it'll be a dry heat. And it's like, yeah, it's better when it's a dry heat, but, like, it's still 115. It's still bloody hot. I'm not used to 115. I don't do 45 degrees Celsius. Yeah. Yeah, hot and cold here. We don't really do hot or cold here. We're complaining about how it's too cold, now we're complaining how it's too hot. I just wanted to be like perpetually fall or spring. At least your sweat will evaporate and cool you down. Yeah, until you run out of sweat. Then you just start to pass out. I only say that semi-joking. I had an incident in Vegas where, so I don't hold my alcohol great to begin with, but I'm also not like a one and I'm passed out sort of person. But a bunch of us met up because there was a Final Fantasy thing going on, middle of July. A bunch of us met up, decided to go get a drink at a place where like a robot made your drinks because it was a novelty thing. I had one. And, like, I was fine for the entire time that I was inside the mall. Or, like, the shopping center. God, mall does not seem like the right term for it because Vegas is just a whole other animal. But yeah, I was fine for the entire time we were inside the air-conditioned shopping center. But essentially, like, the moment I left that place and we had to walk to the monorail and then wait in the monorail station, which was not air-conditioned. It was covered, but it wasn't air-conditioned. I could feel... like, my hands started tingling, my vision started going funny. We made it on the monorail, which was a little bit of a reprieve, but then had to get off the monorail and then walk back to the convention center. And it wasn't very far. It wasn't very far. There are two convention centers. The one we were going to, like a really good stone's throw away, but definitely in sight. I couldn't make it. I had to duck into another building that was holding a different convention just to get into an air-conditioned room because, like, I was losing my vision. Like, I was, like, not, like, whiting out, I guess, is that a term? But that's essentially what was happening to me. Is like, I couldn't feel my fingers, and my vision was going white, and I was like, hang on. And the other person was, I was like, I need to sit down in a place that's not 115 out. until I came back down to a more normal-ish temperature. Almost got kicked out by someone who was kind of like security for the other event. It was like some sort of basketball event. And it was just like, sorry, I just need a couple minutes here, a couple more minutes. Heat exhaustion is a real thing. The thing is, like, I was fine for that whole morning bit, the entire time in the mall, and during the drink while we were still in the mall. But I guess the combination of alcohol doing what alcohol does and the extreme heat, like that whole episode that happened to me, maybe no more than 15 minutes, I think. That whole scare, I feel like, was maybe 15 minutes. It just hit so incredibly hard and fast. It honestly threw me for a loop. Left me. Yeah, I don't know. And it wasn't even like the first day I was in Vegas. I'd already been in Vegas for several days, but that was the first instance in which alcohol was in the mix. So I feel like that must have played a part with like how it affects water intake and stuff. Because yeah, we'd spend a lot of time out going to like Hoover Dam and stuff like that in the days previous, the days leading up to it. Totally fine, totally fine. Yeah, it was hot. Yeah, I was complaining, but I was fine. I wasn't literally trying to pass out where I sat. Or I wasn't like losing my vision and like the tingly fingers. The tingly finger thing was what was freaking me out the most, probably. And like, I've been to Malaysia. It's hella hot there too, but I wasn't drinking while I was up there. Okay, that's in. Little blue piece. Little blue piece. Little orange hut thing. This piece. I'm gonna get this glue off my fingers too. Okay, so this little bit go here. I wonder. Yeah. Could be worse. Your mom used to be her medication that suppressed her feeling of thirst. If she didn't force herself to drink, she'd collapse and have to go to the ER for fluids. Oh gosh. Did she know that was a side effect, or was that just a very unfortunate discovery the first time? Because I know when I'm sick and I don't really want to eat or drink or whatever, I'll usually still try to eat a little bit of something and keep it moderately hydrated just because I know I might not be feeling it, but at least I know I need it. Took her 4 fainting spells to figure it out. Oh my gosh. That poor lady. I hope she didn't hurt herself during any of those fainting spells, did she? It's like, oh my gosh, falling and hitting your head? Head injuries are just surprisingly devious in how dangerous they can be. They're deceiving in how dangerous they can be. There we go. How many seasons are there in a year? Depends. Where I am, there's rainy season and construction season. That's about it. That's what we joke about here. There's rainy season and construction season, and like no in between. But but technically we do get 4 seasons here. Well, except this past year. I swear this past year we basically skipped right over fall and right over spring. We just kept going summer, winter, summer, winter. Winter, the start of summer, summer, the end of summer. Yeah, I feel like that's what this year has been. Without a really clear spring or fall season. This little nub just went out. 8 months of summer, 2 months of fall, 2 weeks of winter, 2 months of spring. I can't remember though. Have your guys' winters been getting more extreme? I feel like I hear every year that Texas winters seem to be getting more extreme. At least extreme from what y'all are originally used to. It's an old joke I came up with. There are 5 seasons in a year. Winter comes both at the beginning and the end of said year. You know, if you count the year as December to January, yeah, technically. Technically correct. The best kind of correct. I'm being really finicky on this part. I don't need to be this finicky, but it's bothering me. We've had 2 bad ice storms recently. It still follows a century-long season of ice for us. Huh. Just the cycle of things? Yeah. But like, was that always how it was? The ice storms and stuff? The snow, the frozen pipes, were they commonplace? Because I remember it being, there was that whole debacle of like Texas freezing over, and like your guys' governor or something went down to Mexico or something. Everybody else is freezing their butts off and dying, like actually dying, and it sounded like it was quite not necessarily just because of your senator, governor, is the state position. Regardless of what that guy did, was the weather itself a very unusual circumstance? That, what, 3 years ago? 4 years ago? Maybe 4 years ago. The frozen pipes aren't normal because the last big ice storm before then was in the 1800s. Oh, okay. Because I think I remember last winter Xana was talking about taking some measures to make sure the pipes didn't freeze over. It still follows a cycle of ice. Oh, okay, I see. Or, I kind of see. And on the rainbow further. Okay. Yeah, I just dripped the faucet, open the cabinet, standard stuff. Yeah, it doesn't really get cold enough here. Does it? It doesn't really get cold enough here to have to do that. Like I said, my area does not do extreme temperatures. Deep in. Yeah, we had a summer where it got, for here, unusually hot. I think part of it as well though is because like air conditioning is not common here. A part of me like not streaming on certain days, or like last week where I was waiting until 7 p.m. my time was just to let the sun set more. I don't have air conditioning in the house. We have heating for the winter time, and a fireplace because this house just happens to have a fireplace. But yeah, the AC is becoming more common in newer buildings, but it is not a common thing here, even in houses built in the early 2000s. Na, 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 na. Do, 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 do. How's Little Castle is coming along. AC is unnecessary there for both temperature and humidity control. Yeah, it's AC units, like the standalone types, will go on sale quite often here now. Like they move in droves every summer, but actually built into the building. Becoming more common, but yeah. Anything early 2000s build or older won't have AC. I feel like it's only really been in this, maybe really only in this decade, that AC is becoming more common in builds. Or at least a heat pump. Things called heat pumps here are quite common because they'll like cool in the summer and heat in the winter. So they have a dual purpose because it doesn't have to deal with particularly extreme heats or particularly extreme colds, so they're able to do both. Most ACs here are designed to suck humidity out so the houses don't mold up. Oh god, yeah, that'd be another thing to worry about. I know we have to run the fans here a lot, like after a person showers, because we risk like the towels not drying properly. And we don't want them to be all, them in the showers, they'll be all disgusting. But like window mold is a pretty common problem if the rooms don't get enough ventilation. So like my roommate, for instance, would keep buying like Lysol wipes and stuff like that because he kept getting mold on his windows. But I think what we figured out was the problem, because I was thinking, I'm like, well, we have other rooms where that doesn't happen. Other rooms like the office, it doesn't get mold on the windows. And I'd pitched to him, I'm like, keep your door open more. And it turns out, yeah, that was just the problem for it. He wasn't getting enough airflow in his room, and the mold was growing on the windowsills. So now he'll like, he doesn't necessarily want the cats in there all the time, but he'll use like a dumbbell weight and like put it on the inside edge of the door so the door can only open so far so the cats can't get in, but it'll allow him to have the air circulate through the room. The cats will try a little bit, and then they get bored and give up. Can't really see the glue on this one. God, these pieces are so fine with these little details on them. And I'm just like, definitely overloading the glue in a couple places by accident. But now I imagine like once July is over, yeah, I think the temperatures usually start going down by end of July. Probably be back to our even milder summer. You know, I gotta ask, is Texas actually known as well for its barbecue as I seem to associate it with? Yeah, okay, so it's not quite just a stereotype. There's definitely a barbecue association. A big part of the culture. Like, I don't even just mean like barbecuing burgers in the summertime, but like, you know, like smoked briskets, ribs or whatever. I feel like I'm always down for good barbecue. Brisket's a big thing here? Oh, okay. Now, is it so there's this show I remember watching a while ago, some years ago. I think it was a Netflix thing. It was essentially a cooking contest, but it was all barbecue. Pitmasters? I don't remember what it was called. But yeah, but it was. I remember thinking it was so funny because one, a lot of people from Texas. Two, I swear, like 75% of people when they were talking to them about their flavor profile, they were just like a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and that was like kind of it. Like it was a lot of people basically just saying salt and pepper, and I don't know if it's just because they were trying to keep their recipe secret. Yeah, where is this going? Need the light brown. A weird sticky outy piece. Not that sticky outy piece though. The sticky outy piece. The red roofing on the house. A little blue thing. And more tiny sticky outy bits. Okay. My descriptions are very helpful, I'm sure. But it's neither of those. Oh, must all be in here. Okay. That's folks not wanting to give away their blends. Oh, okay. I was watching it and I'm like, you're literally all saying salt and pepper. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. I'm like, there's gotta be something more. There's gotta be something more. Oh, wait. I've missed a piece. Tiny green piece. Tiny green piece that has to go in there. In there? These instructions are so small. Tucked up right against the light brown. Okay. I mean this, but a binder of mustard and some salt, pepper. Wait, SPG? What's the G? Oh, garlic. Okay. And I think I remember, the only other thing I remember from that TV show was like some challenge they had is they were all given a cut of meat and there was this dude, I don't know, his 50s, his 60s maybe, talked about how he'd been doing this for ages but was presented with like pork butt and was like, what the heck is pork butt? What do you do with this? And then I think he just like, he did it up like it was bacon or something? Maybe. Hey, welcome back. How was the arcade? How has no one claimed it? Oh, it was claimed. I had to restart stream because my original web camera just, like, it was fine 10 minutes before stream, and then as soon as I hit, like, the scene change, my camera died on me. The lights started flickering and it wasn't picking up any new footage. Why wasn't it claimed then? I don't know. Good question. But yeah, my camera, which is, yeah, because I grabbed that camera when I was already a few streams deep of doing this sort of stuff. My camera's less than a year old, and it's just decided to stop functioning. And I tried to troubleshoot a little bit, but it's going to take a little bit more than just reset the computer, evidently, so see what happens. Anyway, Barcade good, Rabbit tuckered out. Did you beat everybody? Did you play anybody in air hockey? Also, did you take everyone in one car? Because you had a lot of people with you. I guess you do technically have enough room in the car. And then should hop in the bed. Everybody except the one who mattered, Sinistar, still lives. Oh, you'll like this one. Working on a Howl's Moving Castle. Still gotta show this movie to Drake. But I know it's one of your favorites too. Okay. Thing, small blue part, red part, small brown parts. Okay. Very descriptive. Oh, it's the weird zero thingy. Oh, that is strange. Why is this not... Let me see. The music itself is still going though, right? Let me see. Where's my nav playing? Properties, refresh cache. There we go. Fixed it. Thanks for the heads up. It's probably because, so ordinarily, when I do the streaming thing, there is a little bit of an oddball interaction situation that happens, or if you open OBS before you open everything else. Oh my gosh, Princess. Princess, you don't have to. It's very kind of you. Oh, who'd you get this time? Shadow is in there, Domino's in here, we saw them earlier. Oh, L.Y.K.A.I.O is in here. L.Y.K.A.I.O's another tuber. Oh, Met's in here too. And Simp. Princess, you're being too nice to me, really. I do appreciate it, though. I do appreciate it. Though I am once again surprised that it's kicking these things off. Huh. I shouldn't complain. I guess I'm not complaining so much as I'm just like, huh. Gotta get them. Have you run out of channel points and this is the means of getting the fishing in? No, I'm just kidding. I do appreciate it, though. It's very generous of you. Very generous of you. And as before, I hope you get a good fishy out of it. Mm-hmm. Or more coffee. Speaking of L.Y.K.A.I.O, L.Y.K.A.I.O, we didn't even say your name 3 times. Nor in a mirror. This is L.Y.K.A.I.O. We met them raiding in after a crafting stream one day. What were you working on, L.Y.K.A.I.O? You were working on... I was working on a Starry Night Lego, and I believe you were working on the Optimus Prime set. Because we had somebody else come in talking about Optimus Prime, and I saw you, and I'm like, dude, this one's working on Optimus Prime. No, wait, or was that green? That might have been green. You were working on a red Gundam. Or a Zaku. Might have been a Zaku. I remember there was a lot of red. Is that Howl's Heckin' Moving Castle? Yes, it is. Sassy, this is a... Also, Sassy as well, thank you for the gifted sub over to Gabby. This is, camera focuses. And does weird lighting things. It's a paper... Never mind. Don't focus my hands. Look at this thing. You definitely do not have the Optimus Prime. Okay, I'm getting you mixed up with another person in the Optimus Prime. Then you were probably putting together like I think a Zaku Gundam when I came into you. I think. I know it was shortly before your trip happened. But yeah, okay, I don't know the camera's gonna focus. But yeah, Cecilia, it's like a whole little scenery from Howl's Moving Castle. It's a lot of pieces, Because it wasn't the Jekka, because you were doing that Lucky Cat, Lucky Dog somewhat more recently. Sorry, L.Y.K.A.I.O. I try to have a memory. Sometimes I get the lines crossed. I honestly don't remember what I was building before that trip. I feel like it... So if you right, because Green was the Lego one, because Green's the one who's got the Lego, or the Transformers collection. He was gifted the Optimus. Then yeah, you were probably doing... I think you were doing a Gun Plus set then. I couldn't tell you for sure which Gun Plus set it was. Might have been the Zoid? Oh, might have been. I use Gunpla pretty generally as being any sort of model kit like that with a plastic frame. I don't know if that's the general way that people do it or not, but I get a little lazy. Also, hey Slogan, how's it going? Good morning. Morning? Yeah, morning. No, I have to admit, I do try to remember details about people, but my memory is also not always fantastic, so I definitely get my lines crossed sometimes. I forgot to ask you your help with your kitty cat, the one you build like a gunpla. I know! I also totally forgot when I visited that I was supposed to help you with that little cat. Still sleepy? I can't blame you. What is it? 9, 12, 6 a.m.-ish for you? Thereabouts? Man, I don't like pretending that the world exists at 6 a.m. Unless I've stayed up until 6 a.m. That's different. Waking up though. Ugh. It's okay though, I'm very interactive. It's hard to associate me with something if I'm barely ever around. I do remember you though. It's not like I see your name and I'm like, who that guy again? I definitely remember like we raided in, you're working on your stuff, and I've seen like the Jekka cat and the dog that you've done, and like your posts about how you went on vacation, picked up a bunch of those like little Pokemon sets and stuff. Okay, I say my memories. My memory's not terrible. I just sometimes get people mixed up. I guess it's the more accurate thing. I'd be like, yeah, there's all this stuff I remember about said person, and they'd be like, that was a different person. I'm like, shit. 6 a.m. tends to be the end of your day. Oh, you're flying out again tomorrow? Same place? Different place? Also, thank you again for the hype train, you guys. I really do appreciate it. Get them new emotes. Going to Vegas is... Oh, you're going to Evo! Oh, I've got a friend going to Evo. Okay, funny thing, I was talking to that friend. What is with, like, game organization... I know Evo's been in Vegas in the summertime forever, but, like, seriously, when I went to FanFest, and then Evo was shortly after, I'm like, are the game people trying to, like, I joked that Final Fantasy was trying to solve its server congestion issue by holding their con in the summertime in Vegas. I'm like, yeah, that's an easy way to dock out like 15,000 people. Just heat exhaustion, kill everybody. But like, seriously, why the desert in summer? I do love Vegas though. Funnily enough, I actually probably know Vegas. Yeah, Vegas is probably the city I know best outside of like the city I live in. I've been a lot. Love that place. So much stuff. And yeah, Domino, congratulations on the sub. You can have access to like a bunch of silly bunny emotes. Probably timing-wise, it's easier to get venues. Oh, you know what? That's a good point. It is probably cheaper to rent out a place in the height of summertime where... I shouldn't say no one wants to be there, because even when I was there for FanFest, there was definitely still a lot of people in Vegas, and I was like, why are you all here in 115-degree heat? I'm like, y'all crazy. But yeah, it probably is cheaper to get a venue in summertime versus like, I think October is peak tourist season for Vegas because like the weather isn't too hot. And like, it's like the weather isn't too hot, but it isn't also like, by some people's standard, too cold. Like I went in January and was perfectly comfortable, but I know if January for some people in Vegas would still be like, for them it would be cold. If you're used to living in a hotter climate. Okay, the brown one goes there. Is the blue one? No, blue one tucks into the side. Yeah, blue one tucks into the side. And yeah, there's 2 more emotes on the docket until I just like straight up release them on the 20th, and everybody's got a Twitter and doesn't mind throwing a retweet out. They are fun. I know the 20th is right there, but at the same time, one of those emotes is just so entertaining. I'm like, I just want it now. I just want it now. I just want to use it everywhere. Both of them, really. I really like both of them, and I've had a few situations in which I could have used both, and I'm like, I don't have access to them yet. Because I'm not... Can I give myself special access? No, I don't think I can give myself special access. That's not true. Technically, I could give myself special access if I did like the thing of I put it into an emote slot that's like the emo slot for the 10,000 bit cheer or something ridiculous like that. But no, I'm not a... I will wait too, just as everybody else will wait. Not gonna give myself any advantage on it. But no, I hope you guys will like the next 2. I shouldn't say the last 2, because there's still more. But I hope you guys will all like the next 2. They're both... One excessively fun, I find, and the other was just entertaining. And Domino, thank you for the follow. It's good to have you. Didn't follow, my bad. Oh, it's okay. I've definitely done the walk of shame. Or the follow of shame, I jokingly call it. There's been a couple VTubers where I'm like, oh yeah, I've known you for quite a while. And then, it's the Licky. I've known you for quite a while and I never followed you. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. You know what's disappointing? Okay, the smallest disappointment, like I love the on-screen celebration. It's so silly. It's so silly. But for some reason, and this is a downright crime, for some reason, doesn't save to the VOD. Princeps, thank you for the rain of bunning. Lick the screen clean. Oh, it's so freaking cute, though. It's so freaking cute. I'd gone to the last time it happened. I'd gone to the VOD in hopes of just seeing it again because I was so entertained by it. Yeah, not there. I was like, what? I hope they change it. I really hope they change it. It's like, come on, Twitch. Someone has sunk money into this. Let it do the thing. That's weird. I know, right? Like, you would think that it would stay. I should just like, oh no, I don't know. Could I figure it out? I might have to see if I figure out, like, if I could figure out like a non-Twitch version of it that plays at the same time, so that one would actually save to the VOD. Oh my god, the meme. Wait, Sassy, which meme? The dead one? The dead one? Oh no, the lemon licky one. I didn't see the lemon. Bun face inverts inside out. Okay, red roof is on. I need that itty bitty blue part. Okay. The black is not the end of it either. What was the I saw a really funny version of that meme with the lemon one, but like the Final Fantasy Aura, male Aura were having a problem with the eat pizza emote for some reason, would just wickedly mess up their faces. Like their faces would essentially blow apart. I remember seeing a version of it like licking the lemon, and then the entire face just went weird. Like it was so weird. Like their eyeballs were no longer in their skulls, kind of thing, and their teeth would like fly up to the right. It was so strange. I do have to try to sleep now. So nice meeting you and learning way more than I needed to about theater kids. Congratulations on the theater trauma. But no, it was nice meeting you, Domino. I hope you sleep well. We'll see you around. We'll see you around some other time. I'm back on Friday, same time, and I'm back on Saturday, like 3 hours earlier. Oh, sweet honey. Hey, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Sweet dreams, Domino. Oh. Aloha, how we doing? Pretty good, pretty good. Working on a papercraft house moving castle. It's kind of having a chill crafting day. Partially because, well, my Wednesdays are usually my crafting day, but this is also partially because I don't want to run my computer too intensively because it's still too warm for my liking inside of this building, so at least this keeps me a little bit cooler in that not as much stuff is trying to intensively run. But how are you doing, how are you doing, honey? Or do you prefer sweet? Or suit? I hope you're having a good Wednesday. Or Thursday, if you're like in other parts of the globe. So you'll go here. This black one down. Some craft and chill, you're good. Sweets is fine, is your second name? Okay, sounds good. Sweets it is. What kind of craft are you working on? And Schlagen, is it time for you to head off? Oh, you're working on a Lego set. Cool, what type? I just did the, I finished the Starry Night one somewhat recently. Somewhat recently. Hang on a second. It was actually another thing I was considering doing today was I had another couple little Lego sets I thought about putting together, but they're so little I didn't really think they'd have much I wouldn't have enough time to like, I wouldn't have enough Lego to fill the time basically, because I've got a few of those little flower sets to put together, but they're just like the little flower sets. Not like the whole succulent centerpiece. That is a cool set too. Oh, there's a Lucky Cat one? Was that like this year's Chinese New Year's? No, wait. No, yeah, was that this year's Chinese New Year set? I didn't know there was a Lucky Cat version. I'm like a bit of a sucker for Lucky Cats. And Lucky Dog. Oh. Thanks for helping me turn from a vegetable into something resembling a human. I'll go for breakfast, take a shower. Okay. Have a good one, Schlagen. I'll catch you later. Hope you have a good day. Oh, Lucky Cat and Lucky Dog. That's funny. There's another fellow here, a little bit further up in chat. L.Y.K.A.I.O was working on a, not Lego though. L.Y.K.A.I's set was Jekka, if I remember the name correctly, which is like Lego, but you put screws into all the pieces. Only something I found out about this year. Oh, cool. I'll have to look into that later, though. I didn't realize there was a blah, blah, blah. I didn't realize there was a Lego Lucky Cat and Dog. Also, Princeps, Canadian band. Did you know that? I get in a toss-up sometimes about if I should take this song off the list because it's a little bit more intense than, or this one in the Midnight Mass is a little bit more intense than most of the other music on here, but like, I don't know, I just like this song. Gotta go get some dinner, have a good rest of your stream. Yeah, and L.Y.K.A.I, safe travels. Safe travels for your trip out there. Hope you have fun. I'm quite aware that Billy Talon's Canadian. I am obligated to remind people that we have some people too. Lego screws, yeah, your brain cannot handle that. Imagine forgetting a screw in a certain place. I don't know how crucial the screws are, like, cause I've never made one myself. I'm hoping not to go O2 and grab. Oh, you are actually participating! That's awesome! Good luck! Good luck. Just get one win, that's all that matters, right? You don't gotta win the whole tourney. You just gotta get the one win. If you do win the whole tourney, sweet, but... But, yeah, sweet, the ones I'd seen, like, I don't think it's life or death if you miss a screw, because it looks like they go into every other slot for the screw thing. So I feel like if you miss one, it's not the end of the world, because there'll be like 20 other screws holding it in place. Isn't Bublé Canadian? Yes, Michael Bublé. What's his best known song? Save the Last Dance? Perhaps? Michael Bublé, also Canadian. Same province I'm in, actually. He's a local homeboy. Oh, what is this? Ah, it's a bot. Nice job, Nightbot. Good bopping. Yes, Michael Bublé is Canadian. Justin Bieber is too. We tend to try to pretend he's not, although the kid has chilled out a little. I guess I shouldn't call him a kid. He's really not a child anymore. We try to pretend Drake isn't either. Oh, wait a second. Which one? The one with the sticky out with the bobbly bit? No. Oh, cool. Looked it up. Jekka has their own Lucky Cat set. Yeah, I think they have a cat and they have a dog too. It's quite I'm not sure how big this Lego one is, but the Jekka one looked like quite large. Hollow, thankfully, so it's not super heavy, but quite large. There, and this one. Yeah, most Jekka sets I've seen other people do have all been, they've all been quite sizable. I saw somebody else as well who's doing like a German Shepherd or something like that. Decently big. Bare Naked Lady, Sum 41, Arcade Fire, 3 Days Grace, Nickelback, Crash Test Dummies. I do admittedly always forget about 3 Days Grace. Nickelback, yes, I can't forget about that one. Bare Naked Ladies, can't forget about that one either. And Arcade Fire was playing a lot on the radio, so there's no way I could fit that. But for some reason, 3 Days Grace, I never remember about. I remember of them, but I never remember about their Canadian association. I'll never forgive Canada for Justin Bieber. My sis was into that in the 2000s. It's all she would do was listen. All she'd listen to when we were kids. That Bieber, like, good on him kind of thing. Like, holy cow. But, like, yeah, that Bieber fever. I remember people saying that it was, like, some older people saying that it kind of reminded them of Beatlemania. It was going... Not to say Justin Bieber like played music to the same caliber as the Beatles, though I guess it depends who you ask. But like the crowd he would pull, the reactions of people. I remember talking to some people and they're like, "Yeah, it reminds me." They reminded them of Beatlemania when they hear about it. It was a movement. But I also can't imagine. I can't imagine having to grow up like that in the spotlight. Your every move is like studied by people, criticized by people. You know, people say they want fame and fortune, but like, man, I can't imagine having my life under a microscope, basically. Shania Twain's one of ours. Celine Dion, one of ours. Ryan Reynolds. And Ryan Gosling. And then we keep the good-looking Ryans. 3 Days Grace, love them and fond memories of their songs in 2007. Oh, in the WWE 2007 game. It's funny, I wasn't sure about it, but I might put it on this list. I had the thought of having a 3 Days Grace song on this list. It was one that I listened to a lot in high school. But I wasn't sure if I should be putting on more music that was a little perhaps too intense or what is pitched as a... Have I ever really pitched this as a cozy stream? I've always pitched it more of a chill sort of thing, but maybe not exactly cozy. I feel like I might get a little too excitable sometimes to be considered cozy, really. All is forgiven for giving us Ryan Reynolds. And don't forget Ryan Gosling. Don't drop out the other Ryan. He did great in the Barbie movie. He's more than just Ken. But no, Ryan Reynolds is fun. Keanu Reeves. Yep, Keanu Reeves, also Canadian. Perhaps to the surprise of no one. He fits our stereotype very well. A good bean. Polite good bean. We must blame Canada for Celine Dion. There's a song about that. At least I blame Canada. I don't think Celine Dion had anything to do with it, but... Oh. Hang on a second. I think I have a tweezer set somewhere. Let me find that. Where's my tweezer set? I was doing some papercraft stuff with it. There we are. There we go. Fun fact, Keanu had to change his name for a bit in Hollywood because directors said it was too ethnic. I remember reading about that. It didn't last very long, though, did it? They actually updated Blame Canada and put Ryan Reynolds in the updated version? Wait, why was Ryan Reynolds in it? Like, he just, like, his character, his personage appears in it? Or are they actively blaming Ryan Reynolds for something in the song? Jim Carrey, yep. Another good one. Just trying to get the extra bits of glue off. I'll find it and drop it in the Discord? Okay, sounds good. Oh, I suppose that's the... Might as well plug this. For anyone who's like... Those of you new faces I've met, if you'd like to join, the Discord is there. If you ever just want to like hang out and chat, not when I'm sleeping, but when I'm awake, I'm usually very active in that Discord, and we get up to interesting things. We talk about interesting topics. We complain about Genshin Impact. Or some people complain about Genshin Impact, and I try to understand Genshin Impact. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Surprisingly, not a lot of famous French Canadians. I don't know if it's just because, like, we're mostly inundated with English stuff. Because it's not like the French Canadian haven't had their own, like, their own success stories and stuff like that. But I will admit, I could not name them for you the same way I can name the English ones. But I am also nowhere near Quebec. If Gecko is still hanging out here, Gecko might be able to help name some good, famous French Canadians. Oh, what is the orientation in this thing? Tiny. That's what the orientation is. Tiny. Where am I putting this? It's so small. It's so small. Tucks in under the brown, over the orange. Okay, right there. Right there. I see where it's going. It's only Celine Dion for famous French Canadian. Wait, is that literally all you can find is just Celine Dion? It's kind of funny. I guess she is the famous French Canadian. There's gotta be more. Eh. Don't follow me. Come on. Thing. I just said. Oh my god, this piece is so tiny. And I'm losing it. Itty bitty blue piece. It's so small. There we go. Found it! Cool, you shove it in Discord, I will go check it out afterwards, because I'm pretty sure I couldn't play this whole thing on here without potentially getting muted. Oh my gosh, little piece. Look, I know the glue is wearing off fast, but fine. This is too tiny. Also, William Shatner. Is he French Canadian? Or do we just mean William Shatner in general? And they replaced Anne Murray with Ryan Reynolds. Oh, that's funny. I wonder what prompted them to go back and redo it. Yeah. Tiny blue piece in. Oh, 9:35 here. Okay. I'm on this step. I might finish up these 3 and then probably call it a night. It was a 25th anniversary performance. Oh, that's funny. Oh my gosh. You know, that's something I considered, something I'm still considering for my PNG tuber. A part of me wants to get a South Park Canadian style VTuber PNG, like reactive thingy that just does like the head flap when it talks. I think it'd be really funny. I guess the other thing is like their designs are generally so simple. The other thing I'm considering is actually just designing the paper craft and see if I can record it as stop motion. I don't know if I'm that patient. But I considered getting it and just like, I guess not even stop motion, just actually designing, cutting the pieces myself and then taking the pictures of them to isolate them in a background so it actually looks like it's made out of paper. And then just like make myself a few different keyframes on it for a South Park style reactive because it sounds like it'd be fun. Like a Canadian Fugi, exactly. William's blood is not French Canadian. He was raised like, oh, okay. Blue one. He was raised akin to French Canadian. Okay, okay. No, if I'd really thought about it, I'd have gotten it done for Canada Day. If I'd really thought about it. The ideas come too late. Starfish. Like, I've had a few different ideas for Fugis that I should get done sooner or later. Like, I've thought about trying to get like a pixel style one as well for funsies. Someone else had talked to me and they joked about like, they're like, you should just get one that's just like a photorealistic rabbit. Also, man's almost at 100. Is he really that old now? Oh my gosh, how old is William Shatner? Gosh, am I gonna regret not getting his autograph? I have this interesting story wherein, years ago, like the year before Carrie Fisher passed away, so Princess Leia, the year before she passed away, he's 93! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like, I remember the person I was dating at the time, we went to a convention around here where Carrie Fisher had shown up. And yeah, she plays Princess Leia, and he wanted to get an autograph from her, but he didn't have the money, and like, for circumstances being what they were, I didn't have the money either, and I was like, look, we can't, if I really, really caved, I could have done it, but like, we didn't really have the disposable income for that. And I was like, no, we can't justify the price on this autograph right now, not with like everything else that's going on. And I was like, Carrie Fisher has been to this convention like several times. Like, she seems to like this one. She's been several times. I'm sure we'll see her again. And then she passed later that year, and I was like, shit. That unfortunately ended up being a point of contention in my relationship for a little bit there too. Not great, but Hey Danny, how's it going? Hey Danny, do you have enough points? Can you get your fish friend? I know you were real close last time. I've never had to pay for an autograph. No, the convention, like, it was one of the fan expos that happens here, and it was not uncommon. No, not even not uncommon. It was the norm that you would have to pay for an autograph. I think, and it's even like voice actors now, becoming much more common to have to pay for autographs. The convention that I help run, we're a smaller con here, so for our VAs, what we arrange with the VAs and promise all the guests is all the guests get one item free. You could be one per day. If they have multiple signing sessions, you could come back on a different signing session, get more signed, but we're like one free item per day. Otherwise, you got to pay for anything extra. With special mention to Funko Pops, because I guess apparently there's been some bad experiences of someone rolled up to like free signings, not at our con, but a different one, rolled up to free signings with like a wagon full of Funko Pops to have them signed and then flipped on the market from like a voice actor, which is just ruin it for everybody. But I can only imagine that like the autograph situation, especially at these conventions, that they don't do free autographs is partially to stop people from trying to like sell their autograph on the market. Because some of those big name actors, their autograph sales are so much money. Bit different perhaps if you happen to like catch somebody while they're like on a set or something. Because I know, like, for instance, Harry Potter's actor Daniel Radcliffe. I have an autograph from him because he was filming. He was filming in the town I was living in at the time. And he just like they finished filming at like 4 a.m. and he ran across the street to all of these people waiting to do autographs for everybody. It was kind of cute in a very earnest way. The autograph would have been worth a lot after her death. He wouldn't have had to wait long. Oh, I know, because I remember seeing Stan Lee. I remember seeing Stan Lee. Automon, that's weird. Stan Lee passed, and his autograph value just shot up. Even I have an autograph from a lady, a Russian lady, who did the intro to Ghost in the Shell, that Inner Universe song. Actually, I should put that on the list too. I have an autograph from the lady who did the song for Inner Universe. Because I saw a concert of hers. I got the autograph. It was free. It was cool, and I really liked her music and stuff. And she passed away. And, you know, despite not being like an industry leader type of person, even her autograph price went up like a not insignificant amount. I didn't sell mine. I was curious. See, I'm not a scumbag. The few autographs I have are part of convention mementos. Origa? Yeah. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, Origa, yeah, when she passed, I'd seen she came to Vancouver area, she held a concert, she did like a signing session, and yeah, I was so surprised to hear that she passed. I think it was cancer, if I recall correctly. Also, Danny just woke up. There's a huge storm outside, like 2 to 3 lightning strikes a minute. Oh my gosh. Hopefully you don't have to go outside too soon. Stanley, you're supposed to go see him in a con. Never happened? Oh god, I know. And like, to see, and like it was going to happen, his autograph was naturally going to shoot up in price. Like, of course it was going to. But it was almost like, it was almost a little sad to see, you know? Like, I almost feel like Stan Lee may be turning over in his grave knowing people were hawking his, like, selling his autograph for an exorbitant amount of money because he died. Oh, heart failure for Auriga. Okay, not cancer then. Never mind. My bad on that. But yeah, it was, the venue, it wasn't a super big venue, but like she was great seeing live. And yeah, she sang in her universe while we were there too, and it was like, oh my god, I love this song. But it was such a shame to hear that she passed, and like so young too. Like, I know I guess sweet akin to that line, Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters are supposed to pass through here for a concert, and then their other band member passed, and so like, you know, understandably so, concert was canceled. She was 44, same as your grandfather when he passed. Oh gosh, that is so young, so young. Like, I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older, so I'm like, but no, I know, I don't think, short of like, when I got out of like literal childhood, I think I stopped seeing 40 years old as old. Even like, even 50s, gosh, I don't know. I sometimes swear I don't even really see 60s as being terribly old. Maybe late 60s. Unless, you know, we're talking about the VTuber series, in which case, you know, everybody over 25 is already 1 foot in the grave if the internet is to be believed. 40 stopped being old when you were a teen? Yeah. Do you think part of it is just like, I don't know how old your parents are, but do you think part of it just scaled as you got older and your parents got older and you realize your parents, like, they hit 40 and they weren't decrepit and you're like, oh, I guess 40 is not that old anyway. You were born when Bob Ross died. His was a sad passing too. That man, him and not Uncle Roger, Mr. Rogers. A loss, a loss on humanity, really. Yeah, I'll have to admit, I get a little annoyed sometimes. I know the VTuber sphere, the streaming sphere. Should I even say the streaming side? Like YouTube and stuff. All these people, Markiplier, Game Grumps, these people who are like staples in YouTube and stuff. They're not in their 20s anymore. Um, so like I don't know. I've never been too keen on how uh, VTubing treats age. If that makes sense. Where they're like, oh my god, you're ancient. It's like not really. No. This one and that one and this one. No, it's why I won't I won't really lean into the being old thing. Your mom is 22 years older than you, so she stops me from having the I'm old freakouts. There's a lot of YouTubers over 30. I know there are a surprising amount, perhaps. Perhaps not. Maybe it's not that surprising. There is a fair amount that are over 30 though. But yeah, there is also definitely a discourse that runs through online wherein like if you're over 25, you're ancient. It was kind of funny because I'd met Muji. For those of you who know Muji, Pink Bunny. When I met Muji, she and I and a couple others were all hanging out, and the topic of age came up, and she's like, "Oh God, no, 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 no! I'm ancient. I'm ancient." She didn't want to share her age, so all the rest of us shared our ages first. She was the youngest of the batch of us. I hang out with several of them. We're all gonna be grandparents. You say sus. Okay, Grandma, time to go back to bed. There's nothing in the bench. My coworker's this early 20s kid who heard me heard you cracking all your bones, knees, arms, back, neck, etc. Words of shit you not. Is there any part of you that isn't old and creaky? Oh my god. If I ever use Zoomer lingo, just shoot me. uh, no, it's kind of funny because I have quite a few people on the VTuber side who they find out how old I am and they're like, "Wait, what?" They're like, "I thought you were way younger than that." I'm like, "No, I just don't I don't think I'm old to begin with, so I don't speak like I'm an old person. I don't talk about like my back aching and stuff like that. I don't talk about oh my old man naps or like my old lady naps or whatever like that. Then I just generally have stay limber, stretch, be flexible. You know, your back will thank you for it later. Like I'm not kidding when we take those breaks and I say, you know, get up, stretch your legs, do a bit of something. Your limbs will thank you later. Mm-hmm. Boy, I like my naps. I'm actually not a big fan of naps. In the sense of like, not that I won't take them, but my problem with naps is my naps are never just naps. My naps are like 4 hours of sleep. My naps go too long. I'm not good at napping for like half hour or 45 minutes. Some people would like go down for a power nap and they're up again like 30 minutes later and they're like, oh, that was refreshing. I'm like, I'd still be trying to fall asleep after 30 minutes. You are a wizard? Uh, Danny, I usually just meme about age because I'm among the youngest, depending on which friend group I'm with. I can go like, man, I'm here of all these old men. Gen Z are the only ones predicted not to be able to retire, have social security. Yeah, that's you just rub that in their face. No, that'd be so rude to rub in their faces. I've been a pile of pain since I was 20. Age doesn't mean pain. I know, it's just like things do stiffen up. There's no denying that. Age stuff does stiffen up. So I usually try to You usually try to stay somewhat limber. You dang kids with your tic tacs and the hip hops. Shiro and his old man noises. Shiro, do you remember Pog? When Pog wasn't just a slang word and Pog was a physical object you could buy and play a game with? Also, thank you for the liquid cooling. You'll take naps as babies and a kid. Taking them as an adult makes you feel old. You did have enough for adding a fish. Oh yeah, I saw that you've got the fish friend redeemed. Danny, I will message you later because there's a few pieces of information I'll need from you for the fish thing, like besides just an image. But I will message you. I've got the notification thingy here on mine. Sorry, I didn't acknowledge it. Stuff going fast. But yeah, I do have the notification here, so I don't forget later. Also, Jim logged in at a point. I missed that too. My bad. Hi, Jim. Hope your Thursday's going well. You know, Fair, I've started to wonder if I don't actually sleep and instead just close your eyes and disassociate until your alarm goes off. That's the oddest thing. You never heard of Pog growing up. Really? You never heard of Pogs? Those little cardboard, those little chipboard thingies that I never played with Pogs. I just know of them. Little chipboard round things with pictures on them, and you could collect them. And I don't actually know how the game was played. There is like, I have no idea how the game was played. I don't even try to pretend I do. Princeps used to have a ton of Star Wars Phantom Menace Pogs. Like, I probably still have a tube of them somewhere that I don't know where I acquired them from or why I have them, because I know I never bought them. Gonna say to your grandkids when you give them a hug, who's their little Pog champ? Sweet, you should just teach them how to play Pog. And then do that. Winner of the grandkids gets to be the Pog champ. I'm quite nimble, but since I was competitively kayaking for 12 years, your whole back is cracking like a pile of bones. Oh, that's neat, though. Not the pile of cracking bones thing, like the competitive kayaking thing. That sounds cool. Can't say I've ever kayaked competitively. I just do it for leisure sometimes. Oh gosh, I think I have a sneeze coming on. Where's this going? No, maybe not. Maybe not. Almost. No sneeze today. God, do I mute the sneezes? Should I mute the sneezes? It's not that I'm afraid of people hearing me sneeze. I'm afraid of blowing out an eardrum because of the way I have this microphone set up. I was more into Yu-Gi-Oh! And Danny, your back's gonna be back. Oh, 10 to 20 years earlier than it should be, huh? Oh, that is rough. I personally mute them. Hey, False! How's it going? Tried one of these kits, they're so cool. Yeah, I'm doing a, here, I'll show you in a second. Here, let me get the thing for you. Oopsies. No, I've got a lapel mic, so if I'm really fast and I double tap it, it'll mute. But if I'm too slow, I'll miss it. But yeah, I'm working on a little Howl's Castle. The pieces be tiny. Nice to see you making one. Thanks. I actually did, it's funny, the first stream I ever did was a little, I'll put that there. The first stream I ever did was a little one of these things, because I didn't know what to do, and I was nervous as hell. It was this little guy. Pikachu was my debut stream project, because it was something that, like, I didn't have to think too hard about. I was like, these are pretty chill. I'll get it done in decent time, and this will be a good opening way to start, to like help take the pressure off. Cause like I did think about like, oh, video game, and I'm like, oh god, I have to like perform well in a video game. Am I gonna be able to pay attention to everybody as I do it? But no, I went with the paper craft. How are you doing, False? How's your afternoon going? I'm like, time zones, one day ahead. Afternoon time. Doing good? Good to hear. Oh no, you lied. What's happening? Sure will be fishing. Oh no, are you still waiting? Did they come in and they don't look good? Pulse has these really cute Detroit Becoming Human keychains that are coming in, and they look like a Tamagotchi. And then found out that you can find ones that like open up so you can change the inserts and stuff. But the quality control, oh no. Like, are any of them good? Is it a company you used before? You can show later? Okay. It's adorable. I love How's Moving Castle. We're actually waltzing the merry-go-round of life in our high school graduation. Oh, that's cute! You guys had that for high school graduation. I've got the song on the playlist here. We had it up earlier. Along with the suite of the L.K.A.I.O.S, because I finally added Detroit music to my list too, because god damn, I really love that piece. I've used them before. You've had issues with their stickers, but never with their keychains. Oh. So, what kind of spread to the keychains? Do you at least, can you get a refund on it? Can they like, will they remake them if you'd even want them to remake them? Like, I hope you're not just out the money. You're sending the email after them now. Okay. Oh, that's good. So, what kind of issue with the quality control? Like faded colors? Because I think I remember seeing your sticker issue one time where the colors were like super muted. They were way more muted than they were supposed to be. So it was like a color thing, where like the edges on the acrylics really poorly cut. I'm sorry to hear, especially after you waited so long too, because I know like you've been like chomping at the bit for those things to come in. Just finished a gallon of the best lemonade. I don't know, Shiro. I haven't tried it yet. Mail me a liter and I'll judge. Having to like Marcus has a hole in his head. Excuse me? Like if like a hole where the color print is missing, or he just physically has a hole in his head. Alignment issues. Oh gosh. I wonder if like I wonder if they don't regularly do the shaker. I guess not technically shaker, but the like opening pipes or something. And nines is just straight up missing. Oh great. And someone's like, yes, these are the same character. Just print it. Just are you sure? Yeah, yeah, it's good. Just print it. uh that is a shame to hear. I hope they if they don't send you out another, gosh, if they don't send you out another sample set, like is there is there another business you know that does open like acrylic charms that will have swappable faceplates? Because it sounds like such a unique concept. Um, it sounds like a unique concept. I don't know how common it'd be to find another company that does them. Like I just hope they fix it for you. But guess we'll see. Hopefully they fix it for you. Think how you did the samples. If you just did a full order, this would have been a tragedy. Oh, oh, okay, good. Oh, good. It's just like the tester versions. Oh, thank goodness. It's holy cow. I don't like it's. How many were you supposed to get? Like tragedy averted. Like how many pieces were you originally going to order or planning to order? I suppose. Prince up more fishing. What did you get? A tire. I wonder how many tires we have now. How many cars can we put together? Depending on pre-order sales. Oh, okay, that's fair. So do you think you'll give them another chance? You know, you'd think too, I don't know. I don't know how it works with the foreign with like manufacturing places. But like you think you're already a customer with them. You have done work through them. You think they'd have a little bit more of like, oh yeah, we are somewhat familiar with this person. They have ordered stuff from us before. You know, do it right. It's too harsh. I don't know. You've really done a lot of pond cleanup. The pond thanks you for it. Don't know other places or any other places that have good quality and reasonable prices. Yeah. Like I've heard of that small batch company. Oh god, heard of, never used it. They even do one-offs. What are they like? Vogreaves or something like that. Um, I know the people I've seen who have ordered stuff from them. They do custom art and they seem to do well, but I don't know if they do bigger batches. That's the problem. And I don't know if they do charms that will open up and let you put custom inserts in. I'm already paying USD, which is already triple the Australian. You know what? I feel you. I'm in Canada. Canadian dollar is not faring well against the American one either. We used to be par with Australia for quite a while. I don't remember presently if we're still about the same or if the Canadian dollar is stronger than the Australian one now. But I know we used to be apart. It hurts, doesn't it? Oh, it hurts so much. It hurts so much. It's hard sometimes. Travel to the States, go do a thing. Oh, this thing is going to cost how much money? And what is this after conversion? A lot. It's a lot. Laughs in euro. Because even like Falls, you probably would have familiar with this situation as well. Because like before Twitch upped their, even because after Twitch upped the price of Twitch subs, like for the Canadians, I'm not sure what the conversion was for Australia at the time, but for Canadians, like before they bumped our price up, we were already paying more per sub than the American equivalent. And then they bumped up the price, and we're like, great, now we're paying that even more per sub compared to our U.S. counterparts, and we're like, why? And then they up the price of the U.S. one as well eventually. I think Australia and Canada are still paying more. We pay $10 for tier one. Yeah, I think we pay. I'm at a Canadian $8 or $9 for tier one. I think. Actually, I'm curious. Let me double check because I think I had a sub notification somewhat recently. Twitch. Do invoice receipt. Yeah, I pay $9 Canadian per person per month now. It's getting brutal. And I know the pitch is like, oh, more money goes to your favorite creators. I'm like, more money goes to Amazon too. It's always like my family has Amazon Prime. I always try to stay very on top of using my Prime sub towards my bot because I just give me my 250 back, Bezos. I could afford it when it was 5, but not 10, man. I'm poor. But no, it's like it's not. It's like double that price, and I feel like they had a price increase. I could be wrong. I feel like they had a price increase not that long ago, but yeah, it adds up. I had to start going through some people, and I'm like, okay, like I can. I'm like some people that like for instance maybe they weren't streaming as often anymore, but I still kept theirs because it was relatively cheap and I liked their emotes. I'm like, I can't justify keeping this one sub active anymore because the person's not around and like the emotes are cute, but like with all of the price, like you said, it adds up. With all of it combined, I'm like, no, I need to call a few here and there. I kind of told myself, I'm like, if said individuals come back, I would like resub to them probably, but I was like, no, I just gotta say goodbye to the emotes. If I convert, it's like £3 there. Just the country's piss poor. Danny, I kind of wonder though, because like, I guess is a Twitch account. I'm trying to think because I've never attempted to sub to somebody well not in Canada because I'm thinking like there's different prices across different countries. So like Danny, being in Europe, and so close to other country borders. Like, does it work off IP or does it work off your account? Like, if you went to a country that had cheaper subs, could you buy your subs for cheaper there? Okay, like aside from the fact that like travel costs is a thing, but if for some reason you were close enough to a border of a country that had excessively cheap Twitch subs, I wonder if you could buy your subs in that country and then just go back home. I guess a person could just you could just do that from home with a VPN, but like oh my gosh, this is so many layers. What am I in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers at a point so far? Because it's probably a bannable offense. I've definitely entertained the idea potentially of like grabbing a sub from a VPN in a different country, but then one, it's probably a bannable offense. Two, I also realize that like yeah, I'm sticking it to Amazon, but I'm not doing any favors to the person I'm actually subbing to. And so I was like, no, this is not a good idea. I'm like I'm hurting more than just the intended target. IP most likely, since when you were in Hungary, it displayed the prices in foreign and had different amount. If you remember correctly, it's not 100% sure that. Oh, interesting. Okay, because like, what was the situation? There were people who would like VPN to Turkey, I think, because Turkey, I think their prices for Turkey at least, their prices to what they used to be went up quite a lot of money. But if you converted that Turkish currency to like a US currency, it was still like incredibly cheap. Have a good night. You go sleep. Okay. Have a good night, Santa. Sleep well. Thanks for hanging out. I'm probably gonna be. I'm probably gonna be wrapping up pretty soon. I might actually just finish up this last bit because I am past my. Well, with the pre-restart, I'm kind of past my 4 hour mark, and I need to finish dinner. Yeah. Have a good night, Santa. Catch you later. Castle bits actually take me longer than I thought it would. Na 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 na. Na. I hope I don't jinx myself, but I'm still a little surprised that I've not cut myself yet doing any of these little things between this and the book nook and all the other jazz. I'm sitting there. I could try it. I mean, the Hungarian border is literally 20-minute drive. You know, if you happen to be in that area, I'd be very curious. But I wouldn't say just drive out there for the sake of doing this. If you're going out for lunch or you're visiting someone or something and you happen to be on the other side of that border, I would be super curious to find out. But don't like go out of your way. Don't go out of your way for it. But yeah, meanwhile, those of us in the UK and Australia and Canada, we'll just cry at our Twitch sub prices. I do wonder a little bit if the part of the idea is to try to push people a little more towards Twitch Turbo, because a larger cut of that goes straight to Amazon. Like it's like yeah, it's they pitch it still as like oh you still support your streamer because the ad revenue that you don't see will go to your streamer, but like the ad revenue from Twitch Turbo is not going to offset what they would get from a sub. It is cheaper overall for the user though. Well, at least as far as like not having ads goes. If you don't mind not having like the emotes too. I don't know. Hard choice. I still just sub to several channels. Not a lot of them anymore. Not as many anymore, but still some. I could try to buy turbo once your bank card straight up said no. Okay, then. L.Y.K.A.I.O.S, check DMs? Okay. It's important. Okay. Hang on, I got my mobile on me. I'm looking. Oh, you've got the game working. Sweet! Okay, I'm excited. This might be happening. Oh no, V, do you have to see everybody's screen up at the same time though? Like for the Game Boy screen? Oh, I guess we'll find out. I guess it doesn't necessarily hurt, but I might have to figure out a layout a little bit. Okay, that's cool. did uh did your friend help you out with that? The one we both know? How fortunate it is that he was trying to like figure it out last night. Or was that the night before? I don't remember. Oh, I'm excited. I love Crystal Chronicles. Okay. That Oh, there's still that whole other section. That is all part 6. Okay, yeah. I need to finish up eating dinner and stuff like that. I think I might call it here. Had some tech support issues in the beginning, but I've been sitting here for a little more than 4 hours. We got a bunch, it's a decent amount of castle. I have no idea what this is. This is a kid that's going to stand down here somewhere. This is Sophie who's going to stand around there somewhere. I don't actually know what these parts are. You got a lot done. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't really, like I did, but I also feel like I didn't because like I keep thinking I'm like, oh, I'll go one more step, but I know it still takes me ages. I'm here. All of this is step 6. I'm here. So there's step 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 A, B, C, D, E. So I still have 6 F, G, H, I, and J to go. And whatever this little part is here, and then yeah, the backside and the clothesline, and then the base, and then putting it all in the base, and then building the round bit. We will see. But different day. We'll leave it for a different day. Let me see what we got for. Who's up right now? Or who else is doing crafty things? Glasses. Actually, what is Glass working on? I feel like I haven't said hello in a little while. Mitsuki's still working on Spiritfarer. There's Claire I've seen recently. Who is Grim working on right now? Who is Grim working on right now? Finishing cutting. I should go say hi. Okay, I'm not too sure. Some of you may have seen him before. I'm trying to figure out who this is. I have no idea. Okay, no, I know where we'll go for Target. Because I feel like I haven't swung by as of late with him. We've seen him around here before. His name is Grim Glassman. He's the guy who does stained glass artwork. And one day, I swear to God, I might get something from him because I think it's really cool. I've bumped the table again. Okay. Plug in the usual things. There's Twitter, Discord there for those who aren't part of it. It could be more active on Twitter. I'm definitely more active on Discord though. If people ever want to just like talk, I'm usually pretty readily there, as long as I'm awake. Okay, we've got the 2 read messages out. One of them you've got access to the emotes. The other one, if you don't, either is good though, or if you've got other emotes that you want to replace it with. So yeah, we'll head out to Grim. What else have I got? It's Wednesday today. I'm back here on Friday. We keep going with Tunic. Gonna see if I can get the last of my power-ups back. Maybe go fight the final boss, and then we'll see. Because there's a big puzzle aspect to Tunic that I might actually do a hand camera day with it, or like halfway through. I don't know yet because I might literally print out the instruction manual, like the in-game instruction manual, and cut and paste stuff. Because I think there's some cut and paste stuff I need to do, and I might just physically do it. I'm shaking the camera a lot again. I'm sorry. So yeah, we'll do Tunic on Friday. same time at 6 Pacific. And then Saturday, we'll continue a Spirit Fair at 3 Pacific, which is like 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern, noon, no wait, 9 a.m. ish Australia time. But I'll get a raid queued up for Grim. Make sure I've got my own message copied properly. And yeah, thank you for hanging out. Working together on the little house thing. Yeah, we'll continue this one. We'll continue this one next week on Wednesday. Probably finish then, I imagine. If I had to guess, probably. And then Danny, I will hit you up. I will send you a message when I'm done here with the information I need for you to add that fish to the pond. Okay, let's get this thing started. Where's our glass guy? There's our glass guy. Yeah, thank you again for joining me tonight. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you all on Friday. And if I don't, have a good rest of the week. Night.